nicest pair of socks all in one. It's the perfect size, extra large, and the perfect color, whatever you choose. It comes with a cool remote control he can play with and a manual full of technical specs he can read about on the toilet. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it festive. Maybe you hang the stockings on the garage door. Ho ho!
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Cassifort, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
The holiday season is here, and what better way to celebrate than with your friends and family at Duffy's Sports Grill. Catch all your favorite teams while enjoying our new holiday features, including crab stuffed shrimp, salmon Oscar, seafood pasta, Jack Apple New Fashioned, and more. Plus, score big with our holiday gift card bonus offer. Receive a $20 MVP bonus when you purchase $100 in Duffy's gift cards. Hurry, these offers are available now through New Year's Eve. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. And remember, at Duffy's, our game is always on.
iHeartRadio is your #1 app for the holidays. Just open the app and search Holiday and start listening now. You'll see your local holiday radio station, plus all kinds of other holiday stations, playlists, and podcasts. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
In Fort Pierce, A1A is closed between US 1 and Old Dixie Highway. In Vero Beach, 17th Street reduced to 1 lane between Indian River Boulevard and A1A. In Stuart, construction on the Turnpike at Martin Highway. That's traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality oil change that's quick but never rushed. Go to VIOC.com to save up to $15 off. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your go-to oil change for holiday travel.
Redefining radio. This is where the fun begins. Introducing Greek.
Let me tell you something. Don't ever love more you than anybody else you love more.
Francis.
Because then you're just like, you're squeezing your banana so hard every time you come in here, and then you're pounding it on the desk.
Let's get the party started. It's the Penthouse on Real Radio.
Yes, it is the Penthouse on Real Radio. We're on location at Ballard Coffee Bar on High Streets in Deerfield Beach. You've heard me do the ads for months, and we are here finally. It is a beautiful place. You guys should come down here and check it out. We have everything right here for you. You'll have a great time. We're excited to be here, kicking off the holiday season on the day after our holiday party, which was very nice. Francis and Dominic will reflect on it. And then Dominic tried to keep him away from all the girls last night. It was pretty difficult, but you know, we were going to maybe go through an adult establishment, but we decided not to. So we just had a cigar. But yeah, we got a lot going on today. Don't forget, at 11:45, your chance to win Panther tickets. Ho, ho, ho. That's what it's all about this week. Get ready. I'll get another test with the reindeers. I had a girl last night text me about 2 o'clock, and she was, I want to ask you, I mean, just think it real quiet. I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. Do I really want to go over reindeers with you? This is not the conversation. Did I go over them?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Okay. She's like, how do you not remember reindeers? I don't know. It's something in my craw. I mean, that's it. So we are here at Ballard, and you guys should stop by. This place is beautiful. It belongs in a casino. I wish it wasn't one of the casinos, because then I wouldn't be playing. I would play having great coffee and enjoying myself. Dominic, good morning. How are you, sir?
Great, man. We had a fantastic night last night, so everything's good right now for me.
Yeah, and you won your bet last night.
Oh, I did. Minnesota. They that field goal saved me though because I almost didn't win the second half part bet.
Oh, did they cover the second half too?
Yep. It was just barely though.
Oh, good for you, buddy. You can take us next week and do a prime. It doesn't matter. Barely doesn't matter. As long as you won.
Yep.
Good morning, Francis. How are you?
Hey, what's going on?
And you had a nice surprise here today. A good friend of yours for years ago stopped by and wanted to say hi to you.
Well, yes. So I was very surprised to see him here. My buddy Steve, I haven't seen in ages. And I say buddy, but he was also, he's a friend, and he was a boss. He was the owner of one of the restaurants I worked at years ago. And it was a very nice surprise. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm very good friends with him, and we always talk about you.
Time.
He always asks me about you. And, of course, I always tell him, you're great, you're the best. But he didn't want you to know. And I told my work for you now. Things have changed. And it's just,
because I'm the boss now.
Yeah, I said Francis is the boss, and I work for her. And Steve and I were going to try to get over to New York Prime one night, too. And then I told him last night we were there. So he was like, yeah.
Well, yeah, no, it was a beautiful dinner. Thank you so much, G-Man, and, of course, Nick Woods. He took care of us, too.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Seafood platter.
Oh my God!
Because we were talking about this tower, right? And
you
so,
were. You wanted
you were pushing it so hard. I mentioned it once. But so he showed us. He was like, "This is what it is," and it was a lot of food. And I know I can eat.
Yeah.
Dom, I've seen eat a little bit, but I don't know how much. And then G-Man, he eats, but not like I do.
Yeah.
So
no way. I got scared last
and
night.
I know everybody wanted to have a steak, including myself, because that's what they're known for. So I was, I don't know if we can clear this platter and then have steak. So he made us something more custom. Still a ton of food on the platter.
Yeah.
It had oysters Rockefeller. There was like a baked shrimp on there. There was shrimp cocktail. There was jumbo crab meat. There was stone crabs. It was
crazy.
so much food.
It was crazy.
And I was like,
very good.
I think I ate probably 75% of that seafood platter compared to you guys.
Yeah.
you
got a great appetite.
Dom and G did 25, and I did 75% of that thing.
No, you have a great appetite. And then I did forget that because we haven't been out to dinner in a while. But I did remember a time we were at the Wing years ago, and I did forget that story where Franny and I were out, and she ordered breakfast. And I remember coming in, and I'm like, who else is coming? And she was like, nobody.
It's just me.
And there was so much food, Dom. I'm telling you. And this is a big penthouse suite. The table was huge. You couldn't see the table. And Franny just sat there, very ladylike, and just took everything down. No problem at all. And I was like in shock. I was amazed. I really was. I was waiting to go to pool. I said, no, I'm going to wait. I'm going to just see if you can
I gotta see if she can finish this.
Oh, I thought that was like going to all get tossed.
Yeah.
And none of it. It was just all done. She got up. She goes, thank you. And I was like, okay. I was surprised. You're in such great shape. And, in the way you eat, it's just surprising. Don't get heavy. But I was just like, I forgot about that story. And she was, remember breakfast? But yeah, no, she did a great job with the platter last night.
Yeah, everything was great. How about that steak, right?
Oh yeah, that steak was phenomenal. Best steak. I think it was the best steak I've ever had.
Wow, when someone says that about anything, like somebody throws me, that was the worst sex I've ever had. I'm like, man, that's bad. Are you sure it was the worst you've ever had? I mean, saying the best or worst, that leaves such a big barometer in there. So there it is. That's going to be tough to top now. I'm not a big food guy, never was my whole life. I'm just not. Like, you give me peanut butter and jelly, I'm fine. With like a Greek flag on top. But yeah, when people say that, like about pasta, the best pasta ever, best bagels ever.
But you would never know, like if you've never had something and it was never the best. Like you can't tell the difference between something being good or something being amazing.
I could tell in the first bite right there.
You like shrimp penne, right? Yeah. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand how you can't differentiate something that was good or great to going somewhere else and be like, that was the best version that I ever had.
I just can't.
No.
I say it's good.
Yeah.
I like it. Like last week, I was in Fort Lauderdale, and we got I got lobster ravioli at this little place on the corner.
Okay.
It was fantastic. It was really, really good. And the waitress was hot too. I mean, so that helped. But it was lobster ravioli, and they had shrimp on the side, and it was great. Now I didn't know anything about the place. This girl I was friends with was like, hey, Greek, go here. They got good lobster ravioli. We went. It was phenomenal. I thought the presentation was great. Everything was perfect.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of the place.
Of course not.
But I want to definitely find out. But that was good. But I don't know if I can say the best ever. Like, best ever is huge. Like, when you're gambling, you can say best night I ever had. Because you know that. When you're like, ooh, we got our buddy Buddhist, and he's a food critic. He'll tell us if this place passes or not. He's a little jealous that he was invited to New York Prom. It's like they went to New York Prom. What? I don't know.
It was good and good for them. I was telling my husband when I got home, I said, man, that place is just jamming. And for a Monday night, too. And Nick was telling me how many covers they had. And I mean, it's insane for a Monday. It was nuts.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it's with Steve Boca.
Oh, without a doubt.
100%.
Yeah, Tom had his Bentley there. Was fit right in.
I know. I didn't realize you had a Bentley. Do you save that for when you drive down to Boca, Tom?
Yeah, only when I, special nights.
All great night. Even the guy, the pianist, or he was the musician there. He was fun.
Oh yeah, he was good.
Yeah, the vibe was good. It was a great time. It definitely was. I was very fat and happy by the time I got home.
Yeah, you guys come back anytime when I'm out there. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call.
Yeah, right. She said, she's like, I rather eat Cartiers, because I told him, I was like, this is like how I eat. When I go to dinner, that's how I eat. I do. Like, we order, even with my husband, my girlfriends, like, but two of my girlfriends, we go to a house with me, and we always get the tower, and then we eat meals. Clear, like, that's just how I like to eat.
Yeah.
And so Greg was just like, he said it'd probably be cheaper just to buy you Cartier.
I would. I'd rather buy you
dinner.
watch.
He was, I guess that means last night I spent a lot of money on my food. And,
no, if you go out like that 4 or 5 nights a week.
I only go out on the weekends.
All right.
And it's typically sad because I work Friday night. So once a week, I'm out to dinner.
Yeah. So I'm just thinking what would be more profitable for me, because I'm trying to watch my money, as you know what I mean, for the holidays. So I'm just saying, I'd rather buy you a watch than take you out 4 or 5 times like that. 877-927-6969. There was a survey out there where people who, one of the things that annoy them about coworkers, I'm going to ask the audience, for myself, does it annoy you if when you wake up you already email a coworker or a boss? Let's say a boss. Does that annoy you?
No, I don't really check my emails until I get into work. So
that doesn't annoy you?
It doesn't. I have some people start earlier than others, and so they're getting emails out of the way. So once I set up the radio station, that's when I open up my email. That would not bother me. I do not have it being notifications on my cell phone for when I get work emails, which I probably should, but I.
Do you think a lot of people feel they pressure from that, and they see an email from their boss that their boss is ready to work and maybe they're not? I got a buddy of mine who deals with says his boss sees emails at 6:37 in the morning.
Yeah, but if that's not his hours, then you know, I don't think you should feel guilty about it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you're a 9 to 5 and your boss goes in at 6:30, that's his problem.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm saying a lot of people feel like, oh man, I should respond away. I'm guilty. Tom, we don't care about anything, but do you have any? If you see anything about it?
No, it doesn't bother me because they're gonna come in anyway, and I only check it when I need to anyway. Like if I have to check it, I know there's probably something sitting there from Andrew from overnight, anyways. You know, there's the emails coming.
All right, so it doesn't bother you.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
Again, you guys have an opinion on this, call us at 877-927-6969. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. We're live at Pilar Coffee Bar on Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Center. If you're in the area, stop in. Love to see you. We got a call. We'll give anybody if they can name the reindeers.
That's it.
You get the reindeers, you get the Gator Bowl. Does that bother you when you go to work in the morning, or maybe when you wake up? A lot of people say you shouldn't check your emails till you're out of the house. Like, because maybe there could be an email you get that puts you in a bad mood. Or a coworker.
Hey, G-Man, real quick.
And you're like, what a kiss ass. He's already...
We're gonna go to a best of real quick and try to fix some issues. You guys are lagging a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so real
we'll
quick.
be back.
Yep, we'll be right back.
Whatever you say.
All right, bye.
You're listening to The Penthouse, brought to you by OffLeaseOnly.com. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse, and it is the Greek good afternoon or good morning on French Fry Day. I hope your fries are sticking up straight and hard for you. Whatever you like.
Oh, boy.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, good morning.
They're giving out Emmys today, so you never know. We got to keep my phone in here today. I might get a call.
For what?
Oh, is that why you keep your phone in here?
And Francis is here.
Hi.
Happy National French Fry Day.
Are your French fries hard?
Are they standing up
And
straight
standing
and
up?
hard?
Well, a good French fry will stand up on its own. You know what I mean? If you see them in a bag, you take them out, you put them in, say, oh, stand
Yeah,
up.
and the ones, And the ones that get limp, you're like, that's a bad French fry.
That's a bad French fry.
Not eating that one.
Look it up.
Look it up. Give us some true freedom.
Yeah. It's also Cow Appreciation Day, so should you have a burger with those fries? It's Cow Appreciation Day.
Yeah,
All
of
right.
course.
Okay.
Milk a cow.
Embrace your geekness day.
Oh, am I a geek?
Gruntled Workers Day.
What is Gruntled Workers Day? Workers not happy?
Gruntled Workers Day. You want to know how we celebrate it? I will let you know. So, says contrary to what the word might convey, it was founded to celebrate all that is positive about one's work or job. They say if Friday nights are your night to get together with pals or coworkers, go to a bar and vent about your job. Gruntled Workers Day is for you, as it can spur you on to reflect on your work and make meaning out of it for yourself. That's what it's for.
It's not so much, I think, the work for a lot of people. It's the people they work with.
I quit this bitch.
Yeah, I think that's what they're more or less bitching about. You know what I mean? They're hopping around talking about maybe a boss or a coworker, something that pisses them off. And it could be about the jobs, obviously, things you have to do. But I can see people getting around bitching about certain people.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe he does that? Can you believe that she does this? They said there was a lot of people that were, a little bit not happy when COVID was going on, because people who were working in the building and people who weren't, in the videos they would see and different things like that caused a lot of, for a lot of people, some, negativity toward people. People saw people's homes.
Well, when, no matter what, special treatment will always upset people.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's silly that they saw their homes and got upset.
Sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's so silly.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, I know. There's a lot of hate out there and a lot of jealousy. But
Sure,
it's just
because-
silly to get upset over that kind of stuff.
Because you
Like,
get envious, and then you say, "Oh my God, what is he making? What is she making?" I mean, it's just out there. It's common. You have it in families, so there's no
Oh,
doubt.
I do understand that. I just find it very silly.
Because you're not that person.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I've never looked. If I saw, like, gee, I've been to your house before. The house you had before. It was very nice, but I never once go, damn that Greek in his nice house.
Yeah. Because
Like,
you're not
never.
that. But you're not that person.
No, and I understand that. I just think it's a silly way to be.
Yeah, of course. But again, you don't even have that quality. It doesn't run through your mind. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have any of these qualities or anything we talk about, it's hard to be like, wow, how could I be jealous? I'm happy my friends are doing well.
Yeah, and that's what I'm telling you. If you're like that, you shouldn't be. You know what
No.
you should do? You should strive to get what you want. You should strive
Get
to
a
maybe
banana.
get that person.
Yeah.
Strive to get a banana.
No, get two.
Strive to get to get that big house with a pool if your friend has it and you want it. I mean,
Yeah,
that's what you
whatever.
should do instead of hate on them. Obviously, they've done something right.
Yeah, I mean, you never know what anybody's life's about. I mean, that's the bottom line. You can't look on the outside and say, oh, this one has it made or this one doesn't. You
True.
can't. You don't know that.
They could have very nice things and have a miserable life.
Yeah, not be
So
happy.
you just don't know.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's different. I mean, that's what makes the world go round. But that was one of the things with Zoom and FaceTime that they said people, even people like say we're casually at home. There's a great article I read about. I heard my friends with certain people, like, certain people might be working in the building and other people are home, in shorts, hanging out.
Yeah.
They were saying, like, don't ever do videos by your pool. Wasn't it great?
For sure, but was that a thing? And you guys tell me. I mean, I know, Jimmy, you've been in the studio the whole entire time, and we had to hop on a few meetings. But, we set up and we were doing our Teams meetings. Typically, you find somewhere, set up a desk or whatever it is,
Right.
and you just kind of hang out and you just see, the person's face, their torso, and whatever's in the background of it. I mean, I think that if you're on one of those meetings and you're just like taking a tour of your house while you're at a meeting, I think that's a certain kind of special somebody to be like, look where I'm at.
You
Look
might
at
not realize, though, too, when you do stuff. You might not. You know what I mean? You just like when
I can see you're on a meeting and you go get a glass of water.
Sure.
So, you're kind of taking yourself with you. Now, granted, it depends on how much of your background that you can see.
Yeah.
But sure, I believe it. I mean, how many videos did we post, or reading different stories about Zoom meetings, and they would show a clip and you would see a lot of the room in the back.
Sure,
I mean,
big.
you could see a good part of people's room. How many times did they say, if you watch out that your husband or wife
Right.
doesn't walk behind you naked, or
True.
the kids are doing something, bad that, would reflect that poorly, or dogs or anything, So,
Yeah.
I mean, people can see what's going on in the back. So, yeah.
I had
obviously,
one of our
behavior
bosses
matters.
say something to me about a palm tree in my house. He's like, wow, that's a big palm tree. It's nice. I said, it's not my backyard. It's my neighbor's. I'm just using the phone over here. I mean, you just don't know. But it was a little bit of animosity with people where they would get mad at people. And, not show it, but like when you say when somebody's disgruntled or they're pissed or they look at things, they judge. Again, you're not that person, so you don't care. You're like, hey, God bless you. Stop the bone. Get a house as big as you want. I don't really care. 877-927-6969.
That's me. I'm the judgy one.
You're so judgy.
No, you're not judging. You're just
Far
not.
from it.
And now I think it's time for some fun facts.
It's Fanny's Fun Facts.
Well, according to Greek, I'm doing fun facts about French fries.
You do whatever you want. I just throw those things out there.
I'm just kidding. I have to.
I just start the turkey and the jam. You believe
Yeah,
me.
that's all he
Have
does.
to.
Holy banana, Batman.
Only Banana Batman. Well, did you know some say that the French fries were that the French fries were the ones who invented the French fries. Assuming that the French were right, what is the French side of the story? This is the claim.
Marie.
They go something like this. French really hated these bloody potatoes and held the view that they were riddled with diseases, so people in France did not eat them. Potatoes that grew in France were all fed to the animals. So, they say it once happened that a medical officer from French army was thrown in prison as a prisoner of war. Now, as punishment, he was forced to eat potatoes. Surprisingly, his punishment led him to make an interesting discovery that potatoes were not riddled with diseases. Something happened and he came out of prison. He started advertising potatoes and an advocate that potatoes should be eaten. And then from then on, this is their story, how the French fries came about. But there's an argument because Belgium is like, we created the French fries.
Really?
Yes.
It's like the telephone. Who invented the telephone? You don't know.
So they're saying that who invented the French fries, the argument between Belgium and France will never end. There's also claims that they were invented in Spain. So now we got another country that's thrown in there as well.
Everybody's got their hands in a pot.
Everybody. According to legends, in 1802, Thomas Jefferson, the then president of the United States, returned from a tour of France, and that's when he was, during a state dinner, introduced to the French fry, in fact. Do you remember the first time you had your French fry? Oh, yes, he shook his hand, G-Man.
Thank you. Hello, Mr. Fry. And you, your family. Thank you. God bless.
Yes, I love that's how you just do that. Anyways, let's see.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I miss you.
I miss you too.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, American soldiers stationed in Belgium were first introduced to the French fry during World War I. As the official language of the Belgian army was French, soldiers nicknamed the delicious fried potato French fries.
You see, they liked them in the army because you could chew them and they didn't make noise. They were giving them fried chicken for a while, and then the
That was too much crunch, and the enemy heard them.
Yep.
Man, I get it.
Bada bing.
They must have been the soft package fries.
Yes, not the hard, crispy ones that stand straight up.
Yeah.
Yep. They showed him Private Ryan.
Why
Having
didn't
French
they?
fries.
Really? Why didn't they just have mashed potatoes? That's extra soft.
Yeah, who's going to cook them out in the wilderness?
Who's gonna cook French fries?
Hey, I can't have every answer.
Yeah, we can't do
sorry.
everything here.
In-N-Out Burger. How many times have we mentioned In-N-Out Burger this week?
I know. Too bad they're
We.
not.
Well, you know me. We, per sir. Okay.
Yeah,
What?
French.
There it is.
Sir.
They,
Sir.
yeah, what do you got?
Everybody eats their French fries a bit different, just so you know. Obviously, in France, they call them chips. The fish and chips is the most popular meal that they have there. They claim in Belgium they prefer eat their French fries with cooked mussels or with a fried egg on top.
It can be very sexual, too.
In the United States, how do we eat them? Typically with burgers, most popular way to eat them. Canadians serve them up with poutine.
Oh, who doesn't like some good poutine?
I know you love that pout.
It'll,
French
it'll
fries
pay your rent
with
sometimes.
cheese curds topped with brown gravy. You're like, what's poutine? It's delicious. In the Middle East, fries are wrapped in pita bread with chicken.
Oh, interesting.
And in France, they enjoy serving it with grilled steak.
Oh, I can see that in France. That I can see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right
Oh,
by
what
the
is it,
Alpha
the steak,
Tower.
the steak au poivre
Mm-hmm.
with some French fries.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Did you say in France they call them chips? Because I always thought that was an English
no,
thing.
in England.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you just say England.
Well, that's
Yeah.
where they came up with fish and chips, obviously.
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 Clearly.
But they always call French fries chips. That's a dub. The medium-sized potato packs a mere 150 calories.
Oh, that's a lot of calories.
Is fat-free and is a great source of complex carbs. But an equivalent serving of fries contains over 500 calories, over 30% of which comes from fat, and over a dozen additives carefully calibrated to make these things tasty and yummy.
I like my carbs easy.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, if you just did a potato itself and just made your French fries, voila. But a lot of people put some stuff in it. The average American eats about 29 pounds of French fries a year.
Wow, that is unbelievable.
They say this is about 77 large-size servings of McDonald's fries. A poll shows that French fry is a favorite vegetable of a toddler, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, what toddlers are taking polls?
That's amazing.
This is interesting. Burger King French fries are sprayed with a sugar solution just before being packaged and shipped to the various franchise locations.
Sugar, huh?
This produces the golden color through the caramelization of the sugar when it's fried.
Ah, gotcha.
You know, I have heard, I don't know if it's on this thing, but did you hear that what makes McDonald's French fries so delicious is that there's like a beef broth or base that they spray it with?
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
is that it? Okay. I always thought it was something with the oil.
Yeah, I think it will oil too, but there's
Right.
something like they do something with like a beef broth. I've heard. If you work at McDonald's, you can let us know. But yeah, very interesting. The expression French fried potatoes first occurred in print in English in the 1856 work cookery for Maids of All Work by E. Warren. Just so you know. I have other ones, but we'll stay with that. Those are your French
Good
fry
job.
facts for the day.
Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I think some people will disagree here, but it feels to me like dating in 2024 is the most miserable thing ever.
That's like the number one reason my wife won't divorce me. She just,
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
In Fort Pierce, A1A is closed between US 1 and Old Dixie Highway. In Vero Beach, 17th Street reduced to one lane between Indian River Boulevard and A1A. In Stewart, construction on the Turnpike at Martin Highway. That's traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality oil change that's quick but never rushed. Go to VIOC.com to save up to $15 off. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your go-to oil change for holiday travel.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Cheerio and happy holidays to all. We Brits do two things particularly well. Celebrate the Yuletide and make a fantastic cocktail. And now doing both the proper way is simpler with Bartesian. Whether your desire is a holiday-spiced old-fashioned by the Yule log or a Clausmopolitan for sipping with your besties, just pop in a capsule, select your strength, push the button, and you're off. Hurry now, old chap, as they're $50 off. Add holiday flavor to every celebration with Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
When the going gets tough, the tough get StormSmart. Since 1996, StormSmart has simplified the process of protecting your home. Our Stormcatcher screens and shutters are designed and manufactured here in Florida. Along with impact windows and doors, StormSmart ensures your experience from purchase through installation is seamless. We know what it takes to keep your home safe, livable, and beautiful. Because Smart is making it easy to protect your home. And Smart is simple. Call 866-61-SMART today for your free in-home consultation.
Preparing to tent fumigate your home or business is stressful. With up to 29 interior and exterior preparation steps, the very success of your fumigation depends on being properly prepared. Contact ALR Fumigation Preparation and Recovery, your fumigation preparation experts. Family owned and operated, licensed and insured, specializing in comprehensive fumigation preparation throughout Palm Beach County. We prioritize safety and thoroughness to make sure your property is ready come fumigation day. ALRFumigationPrep.com, your home fumigation ready.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop. Yeah.
It's 5 years of gig speed internet,
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security,
5 years.
and 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Thorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies a monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the holidays and you're getting ready. And remember, the guy in the red suit can always make everything happen. You always have a request. You sit down with him and you talk to him. This is what I want. Well, at Trajan Wealth, they can do the same thing. They can help you get ready for your retirement. Look at your 401k, see what you're invested in, and maybe direct you in a way where your money can grow for you even more. Call them today at 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. And you don't have to write a letter to the North Pole. You can go in their offices in West Palm Beach, sit down with one of the #1 elves, and they'll direct you in the right direction. Your retirement will be here before you know it. The holidays are right around the corner, but you got to get ready for 2025, and you want to get ready for your retirement. But you have to have a plan. Well, they can help you get your plan on so you can enjoy your retirement. Enjoy many holidays to come. Trade your wealth. Call them today. 561-390-1000, 561-390-1000. Peace. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of famed abolitionist Frederick Douglass in his own words. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Real Radio weather.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Kroll. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers build in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Your holiday to-do list can be longer than Santa's. Between the shopping, the decorating, kids' concerts, and, oh yeah, keeping the magic alive. iHeartRadio is here to bring the joy to your busy days with commercial-free Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas. Or dozens of playlists so you can pick and match your holiday vibe. Open your free iHeart app and search Holiday to explore stations, playlists, and more.
Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Jason Weiser, attorney at law.
The Penthouse is brought to you by Joseph's Classic Market.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse, brought to you by offleaseonly.com. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse. Hope you guys are having a good day and enjoying yourselves, and we're glad you're back in the house with us. Jimmy's here.
Hello and good morning.
Frances is here.
Hi, happy Monday.
And right now, she has fun facts.
It's Fanny's Fun Facts. Well, you know, G's been talking about it a lot, and I went to it Saturday night, the Brad Paisley concert. So these fun facts are not going to be about Brad Paisley, but they're going to be about concerts. And there's so many concerts that have been going on in our lifetime, and so we've got some fun facts. I'm going to give it to you, by the way. Here, we're going to start with this one, by the way. Did you know that the Beatles helped end racially segregated concerts by refusing to play all these segregated events? And the Beatles are that big of a name and band that that since they weren't doing it, they ended up helping that fight where they actually got segregation in concerts to go away.
It's cool.
Yep.
Going back to the 60s.
Going back to the 60s. Also, did you know during one particular Rolling Stones concert, 4 people were killed, but the overall population of the concert did not change since 4 babies were born during the concert as well?
It's amazing.
What?
Lose 4, gain 4.
4 people died at a Stones concert, and then 4 babies were born at a Stones concert. What?
Jeez.
That's, yeah.
4 for 4.
That's according to source.
That had to be like in the 60s.
What?
I think it was in the 60s out in L.A.
I gotta read more of that story. The Cure. Did you know that they once played a 4-hour concert during which they played 50 songs?
Wow.
Is that probably the longest? Do you know?
No. I would think. I don't know. Springsteen used to play like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah,
I remember somebody telling me one time they went to go see him on New Year's Eve at the Nassau Coliseum, and he played for 5 hours or 4 hours. But I don't know if that's a record or whatever.
I don't know. It sounds like a long time, right?
As long as some of my relationships. 4 hours? Wow, it's long.
Axl Rose. You know, he's been pretty infamous about making people wait for shows. It says in one time he delayed a Guns N' Roses concert from starting because he wanted to finish watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. He was like, I'm not done with the movie yet.
Oh, God.
So you guys are going to have to wait until I am done watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Did they say how long it lasted?
It didn't say how long, but they said that was the reason why some people had to wait.
Oh, my God.
This is pretty cool.
Imagine if they came out of stage and told the people.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. You guys, well, it'll be an hour. He's watching a movie. This is cool, too. I want to check it out. There's actually an abandoned 120-year-old concert hall that's buried underground in the middle of downtown Boston.
Ah, well, there's still popcorn there.
What?
Well, there's popcorn there.
Popcorn there?
Yeah, movie theater.
It's a concert hall.
Oh, maybe it's maybe it's popcorn.
Oh, boy.
Who knows?
Or maybe it's popcorn. I missed you. We're talking interesting facts about concerts. Anthony Kiedis.
Don't know you.
You don't know who Anthony Kiedis is?
No.
Do you want to guess? Lead singer of...
Pearl Jam.
No. Do you know who Flea is?
Flea?
Yes.
Something on dogs?
Oh, boy.
No, I don't know. Oh, I've heard of Flea. He's a guitarist, right?
Yeah, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah, that's
Anthony Kiedis is the lead singer of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, that's close.
You weren't. Well, he once missed a whole entire concert because he was busy scoring drugs.
Nice!
So Keith Morris filled in on vocals and just yelled and made up lyrics because he didn't know any of the songs.
Talking about improvising.
The show must go on.
I gotta pick up a bag. I'll be back.
Not even a little bit surprised.
Now that's a bad excuse. I wonder if he got a note from his parents.
This one, by the way, G has said, but it's on this fact, so I'm going to let you know. I know you know this, G, because you've told us multiple times on the show.
Wow.
But at most of his concerts, Billy Joel gives his front row tickets away randomly to people in cheaper seats.
I think that's such a cool thing.
Yeah. So he says, so the front row isn't filled with wealthy people, or gold chainers is what he calls them.
I think that's so nice.
I agree.
And I know somebody that happens.
Love it.
So, I mean, it's just unbelievable that he does that.
The song American Woman was made up on the spot at a concert.
Wow.
Interesting, huh?
Who did that song originally? The Guess Who?
Yeah, I can look it up. It's on the source. American Woman. Yep, the Guess Who. Look at you. Canadian rock band. Guess Who?
That was a big guess.
Was it a Guess Who?
Nice, got it?
And then, who was it? Lenny Kravitz?
Yeah, he did it too.
Yeah, he redid it.
A few people have done it. Lenny Kravitz did it good. I like Lenny Kravitz.
Oh, I'm a fan.
He's tight.
In 1972, we're doing fun facts about concerts. The band Deep Purple, they broke the world record for the loudest concert ever. They say even 3 audience members were rendered unconscious because of it.
Oh, my God. You sure it wasn't the drugs? That's loud. You sure it wasn't the drugs? It was the noise? I think it was the drugs.
Oh, man. Morrissey, a vegetarian, one time in 2011, ordered all bags to be checked for meat at his concert.
God. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
Yes.
What's the meat intake?
I guess, there was an album, Meat is Murder, and he walked out. This in 1985, he did have he was promoting an album called Meat is Murder, and he walked out of the stage after a sausage was thrown in his direction. Yep.
Awesome.
That happened to Greek just this weekend.
Thank you. And I grabbed it.
Oh, this is a sweet one, too. Garth Brooks. Jimmy, you've been fortunate enough to see him live. I have not. I would love to.
Yeah.
Stop Singing the Dance, which is such a good song, in the middle of his concert to give his guitar to a woman with cancer in the front row. She had a sign that said, "Chemo this morning, Garth tonight. Enjoy the dance."
Oh, that's
and
nice.
He stopped in the middle of the thing and gave her a guitar.
That's amazing.
I love it.
That's a great
That's
story.
like Goosey's. Yeah. And then, let's see.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse, and we're back live with you guys on a Tuesday, getting close to the big ho-ho-ho. This is the last weekend coming up before Christmas and Hanukkah kicks off. So if you got any shopping to do, better make sure you do it this weekend. We're at Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. I am the Greek. Good afternoon, Francis.
Hi, good afternoon.
And Mr. Dominic, are you there?
I am. How's it going?
Oh, good. You sound a lot better, buddy.
Yes, for sure.
We're going to get into a trifecta in this day in history and some other mishmash.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
It's always a good night when the favorites win for most people, because most people had the favorites last night. Vikings ended up winning and covering, so Dominic was very happy. He wants to take us New York Prime back again tonight. Thank you, Dom.
So nice of you, Dom.
That's unbelievable. And the Atlanta Falcons and the Raiders, but the Falcon game was really messy. There was a bunch of blocked field goals and interceptions and fumbles. Falcons were 5.5, but I think at the end of the day they ended up covering, depending on where you were shopping. And when I use the word shopping, that means wherever you're betting. And if you're betting on the Hard Rock app. That's the only place you should be betting at, or get down to the casino, Coconut Creek or Hard Rock, where I started my day today and met a buddy of mine I haven't seen in 20 years. It was so nice to see him and talk about the holidays. We did some Christmas caroling in the casino. It was awesome. Miami Heat last night lost a brutal game by 1, but Jimmy Butler had an unbelievable night. 35 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists, triple-double.
Big comeback.
Yeah, big comeback, but the Heaters did lose to Detroit. And the Panthers, that you can hear on Real Radio, won last night, 6-5. Remember, we are the home of the Panthers, the champs. First time we can say it ever, so stick out your chest and get your rent paid, because the Panthers are the champs, and we are part of the Panthers. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach at the Cove, where we're at today. Now over to Franny for this day in history.
December 17th, this day in history, 121 years ago in 1903, Wilbur and Orville Wright took their first flight and proved man could actually fly.
Thank God.
Orville piloted their Flyer 1 airplane on a 12-second flight over Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The entire distance covered in the air was shorter than the wingspan of a 747, but still,
it's amazing.
They got some air.
It was a start.
That's it, right? Exactly. 69 years ago, 1955, Carl Perkins was having trouble sleeping, so he got up and wrote some lyrics on a brown paper bag. That song happened to be Blue Suede Shoes. Hit number 2 on the pop and country charts and eventually became a huge hit for Elvis Presley. Then we have 55 years ago, 1969, Johnny Carson allowed Tiny Tim to marry his first wife. 17-year-old Miss Vicky on The Tonight Show The marriage didn't last. They divorced a few years later, and Tim was on his third wife by the time he died in 1996. Then we have 53 years ago, 1971, David Bowie released his fourth album, Hunky Dory, featuring Changes and Life on Mars. 51 years ago, 1973, the Woody Allen comedy Sleeper was released. If you're not familiar with that, that's where he plays a guy who wakes up from the hospital 200 years in the the
That's crazy.
I wonder what 200 years in the future look like in that movie.
Oh my God.
It probably look like now.
It's great.
Yeah. Then we have 48 years ago, 1976, TBS launched as a pay TV network when Atlanta's WTCG was uplinked via satellite to become the first commercial TV station to cover the entire U.S. They said they changed their call letters a couple years later and rebranded themselves as Superstation WTBS. 47 years ago, 1977, Elvis Costello got himself banned from SNL. They said for a decade for stopping his performance and switching up his scheduled song to launch into radio instead. Just from switching up his performance, he got banned. So that's crazy.
Well, they don't like when you do it, obviously.
I guess not. They said 35 years ago, 1989, The Simpsons debuted on Fox. 30 years ago, 1994, Heather Locklear married Richie Sambora of Bon Jovi. Or should I say former, right? He's no longer with Bon Jovi. Aren't they like feuding?
Yeah, they had a fight.
Yeah. Their marriage lasted a dozen years. So
That's
all right.
good. That's
For
a nice
Hollywood
run.
sakes. For Hollywood, yeah.
For any stakes.
Right. Then in 2000, Terrell Owens that was 24 years ago, Terrell Owens set the NFL record for the most receptions in a single game with 20 catches.
Against the Packers.
The 49ers beat the Bears.
Oh, is it the Bears?
17-0. Yes.
Really?
Oh, really? I'm sorry. That's what it says here, G-Man.
All right.
I know you look very confused. I can double check this information.
No, go.
All right.
I know it was Jerry Rice's last day, and it was a big thing because Jerry Rice was retiring. He was very angry that he wasn't getting the ball. And maybe it was the Bears. Probably was.
It says the Bears.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
All right. 21 years ago, 2003, the third and final Lord of the Rings movie, The Return of the King, hit theaters. It went on to win Best Picture and Best Director Oscar for Peter Jackson. 13 years ago, in 2011, Kim Jong II died of a heart attack at the age of 70. Now we know his son, Kim Jong-un, succeeded him as the third supreme leader of North Korea. And then finally here, 3 years ago, 2021, huge movie, Spider-Man No Way Home was released. That's the one where Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield helped Tom Holland. It's like all the Spider-Mans together fight the multiverse villains after Peter screws up a memory erasing spell by Doctor Strange. And there you go, December 17th, this day in history.
Thank you, Franny. Again, on the topic so far today, we had, does it annoy you if you get emails too early, before you get to work, and you got an email by a coworker or your boss? Now, your boss is different, but do you feel like you have to respond? Do you feel like, oh, man, I got to respond? And maybe you get an email at 7 o'clock, and you wake up at 8. You're like, oh, and everybody else on the email responds. They'll say to me sometimes, they'll call me out. I'll be like, great, no answer, and I'll just write back, no.
That's before you do.
Yeah, okay, cool. But does that bother you? Is it with coworkers or a boss? Now, your boss does it, you got to respond. He's your boss, obviously. You could think he's a douchebag outside or behind his back, but in front of him or her, whoever it is, you got to be respectful and be like, hey, what's up, and get on it. But let us know. Call us at 877-927-6969. Do emails bother you? All right, so Franny, you have something that I think could help a lot of people, especially this time of year, with gifts that if you don't really like them, what is really like the proper way to be like,
So there's a couple things that go with this, and I think it's really funny. There's a new term out there called resting gift face instead of resting bitch face.
Okay.
And that's people, that's their face. They fake their excitement for the holidays and what they received. And so, you know, it's the thought that counts is what people say, right? That's the saying. But sometimes you might get something, you're like, man, I really don't like this, but I'm not going to say it because it is rude.
like this kid the other night gave me dog food. I thought it was weird.
That is weird because you don't have a dog.
That's what I said.
Very, very weird. But yeah, the results found with this survey that over the past 3 years, the average person has received 2 gifts they simply just don't like. They said with top excitement dampeners being incomplete wrapping. People get mad at that.
Wrapping?
Who cares? Crumpled or old materials and mismatched holiday things. That's so stupid. In most cases, people are likely to keep their responses cordial and polite. So respondents said they'd be most likely to respond to the misguided gift giver with a simple thank you, I love it, saying that is a bold-faced lie. They just lie, right?
Okay.
And you know, that's, I think, probably the best way to do it.
How about saying
Just
I would never
lie.
have bought this for myself? Thank you so much.
No. We're talking about the top 10 go-to responses for just like gifts. So at number 10, I love this. Where'd you get this? And you add on it, oh, and do you still have the receipt? Because that's why some people ask.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Another one for responses of just like gifts. Oh, it's so unique. It's kind of nice. You don't know that you hate it. 8, what I said, it's the thought that counts. Like, would you even say that?
You can't say it.
You think it to yourself.
Yeah, but you can't say it to
No,
somebody.
you think it to yourself.
Because if you say it's something like that counts right away, they think the gift sucks.
Yeah, and that's what I said. This is, I think, something you're supposed to think to yourself, but maybe not say out loud, right? Then they say these are the top 10 responses, and they ask people, so this is not made up. They asked a bunch of people, what would your response be for a gift you don't like? You're too kind. I said, what a great present. So lying. What a thoughtful present.
I don't think those are all nice
Yeah,
things, though.
you shouldn't have. You're like, oh, really? I mean, really, you shouldn't have.
No, really. I mean,
No,
you should have.
you shouldn't have. Another one, I really appreciate this. 2, I love it. So they're apparently willing to lie about it. And then the number 1 response here, usually saying something like, oh, thank you for thinking of me. So when you don't want
think that's nice.
And that's the thing. You're not you don't love it, but you're not an a-hole. You're not trying to be rude about it because it is very nice that somebody went out of their way to purchase something for you, even if you don't like it.
Yeah, I can't see the rapping, like people bitching about rapping. Like,
Yeah, that's a little crazy because I suck at rapping.
I do too, Dom. I am not a good rapper.
I mean, I don't know. If you guys have any different ones, let us know. You can say to somebody, how about, like, did you think about this when you bought it? Is that nice to say to somebody? What do you think of that, Dobster?
You're funny, man.
What if you were like, I mean, it's a lie too, but what if you're like, oh my God, but I already have one. I already have one of these. Like, could you say that?
Well, it's hard with clothes. Very hard with clothes if you say that, because that's rare that you have something, but I guess you could. Somebody gave you a blender or something like that. How about, we're going to get into this in the next hour too, how about if somebody gives you a gift and you think it's too much? Would you say to somebody like, ooh, I think this is too much for you to give me? That's a big one. And most people would say no, but would you ever be like, hey, this is too much. I can't accept this. Don, we have somebody on hold?
Yeah, we have Chris on the phone.
Hey, Chris, what's happening?
What's going on, Penthouse? How y'all doing?
We're doing good, Chris. Happy holidays.
Same to you, brother. Same to you. I'm a little jacked up. Had a great week on betting.
Oh, good.
That's good to hear.
Turned $50 into $700, baby.
Ooh.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Everything else has been good. I just wanted to call to give good holiday wishes to everyone. It's good to hear you guys on the radio live. Well, at least Franny, because she's always on vacation.
Yeah, I'll be on vacation next week. Don't you worry.
Same here.
I would expect nothing less, Franny.
I know, Chris.
Hopefully a New Year's resolution is you guys back off Greek a little bit. I know he messes up the English language, but I mean, what more do you want from the guy? He's there Monday through Saturday. He does live events. I mean, he only has 2 arms, 2 hands.
Tell him, Chris. Preach on. Bring in millions of dollars for his company. They don't appreciate it. So brutal. My God.
Chris, why?
And Don sucks his
One of the things they want to do next year on their website is Screw Greek for iHeart for 2025.
Greek, I'm telling you, if you do that, that'll be a new trend. Everyone will jump on board.
Yeah, it's definitely out there. It's a love-hate relationship with the company. It's a good company. I recommend it if you get an opportunity to work with them. But they haven't treated me fair. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm not bitter. It's okay. Most of my relationships are 90-10. With iHeart, it's 95-10. 95-5.
Oh, my God.
Did he just say that out loud? Good Lord. I love you, Greek.
Are you ready for the holidays?
Bad day. Oh, I'm always ready, brother. After betting this weekend, everyone is taken care of.
Yeah, I got a couple more things I got to get, and I got to deliver a couple gifts. I like to deliver gifts in person, give the person like an extra jack. You know what I mean? Not only do they get a gift, but they get to
it's not really the gift. You are the gift, right?
Oh, thank you so much.
Franny, you couldn't have said it any better.
I know. I knew you'd agree with that. So many would.
See, that was like just a fabrication, but she pulled it off. Like I was like, I don't mind when she lies to me. Actually, I prefer it. That's why we get along so well. I mean, it's. I know she doesn't care, so anytime she throws anything out there, I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Greek, only you, man. Only you take that and accept it, brother.
Hey, life's short, you know what I mean? So you take what you can get. And, not everybody's going to be a fan of yours, but you got to be a fan of yourself. Remember that.
Absolutely. I'm never a fan of Dom, but here I am calling. You know what I mean? No, I love you guys. Have a great holiday. I do got to get back to work, but I will continue listening forever as long as I hear you guys on, man. Keep
All
on.
right, Chris.
love you, buddy.
You and your wife have a great holiday.
It is the Greeks, Francis and Dominic. We're at Pollard Coffee Bar in Deerfield Beach. And Nicole, we'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Because you shouldn't have to get up off the couch. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Looks around, but they score! They score! Was Tim Cole!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting. They're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Barsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back. And they're on the hunt for another championship.
And he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
In Fort Pierce, A1A is closed between US 1 and Old Dixie Highway. In Vero Beach, 17th Street reduced to one lane between Indian River Boulevard and A1A. In Stuart, construction on the Turnpike at Martin Highway. That's traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Check engine light, oh so bright? Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change and get a quality oil change that's quick but never rushed. Go to VIOC.com to save up to $15 off. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, your go-to oil change for holiday travel.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach 7 days a week. The beautiful girls are there with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football. Drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for $50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down and get it going slower. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay gets GA going slower. Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today. Izervay gets GA going slower. Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey, it's the Greek for Jason Weiser, my attorney. Whether you were injured due to a car accident or a medical malpractice issue, a slip and fall, or any kind of injury due to a fault of another, their team can help you. Board-certified personal injury attorneys. They can help you determine the responsibility party and pursue the damages and justice you deserve. Contact them at 561-689-8180, 561-689-8180. No fees unless they win. Jason Weiser, my attorney for over 20 years.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Crow. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers filled in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Strikes Cigar Lounge.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Ho, 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 bitch!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse live from Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Come on down, check out this place. You will enjoy the food and the atmosphere. It is a great place. And we're getting you ready for the holidays. And before you know it, it'll be the time when the guy in a red suit knocks on your door and says, hey, pay me. I am the Greek. Francis is here.
Hey, what's up?
Dominic's in the studio.
Yo.
After a big win, Dominic I had the Minnesota Vikings last night and was having dinner at New York Prime with all the big shots. So, man, this kid's on a roll. We're going to get into some Florida stories.
I think you were the only big shot there.
Florida.
Florida. Did you say Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Alrighty, well, we got a lot of local stories here in What the Florida, including a mother's fear about messages that she found on her child's phone. And it led to 3 arrests already. This happened Fort Pierce area. Fort Pierce man named Robert Green was taken into custody first. The 51-year-old man, they arrested him in Stewart. They said, so this happened in October. Now we have more people. So the mom said that she reached out to Stewart Police Department, and this person has been convicted. The reason why is that, well, another guy, by the way, we have another dude named Phoenix, Palm Beach Gardens dude, and then another person, they said that was from the Tampa area. So, yeah, they were saying that they found them, and this one mom, 3 guys, different guys, all from Florida, saw this on her kid's phone. So they were alerted about these concerning messages on the child's phone, and they were able to pounce into action and started combing through the phone. Before long, they identified all 3 suspects. Now, the suspects provided to or offered to provide the juvenile tobacco, alcohol, and other gifts in an apparent attempt to establish a relationship with this kid.
That sucks.
Yeah, that is disturbing.
Yeah.
Saying they all knew how old the victim was and deliberately exploited or attempted to exploit the minor. So thank God the mom jumped on it, was paying attention. And that's the thing, parents, pay attention to your children's phone.
Yep.
So they did. They said a few of them are now have been accused of 10 counts of possessing or viewing depictions of some children pornography, which is terrible. 5 counts of promoting sexual performance on a child. They said that they were also offering, like, paying $100 to pay the kid for certain sexual acts, like really disgusting. And this has been, they said one of the people in general was a firefighter with Tampa Fire Rescue. And they said since 2022, of course, suspended after the allegations against him came to light. They said he will remain suspended pending the results of the investigation. But it looks like with this investigation going on, I have a feeling this guy is going to be very much fired from being a firefighter in that area. So, yeah, scary situation. 3 guys, like separate cities, messaging this child like that. So definitely pay attention to your kids' phones. Then, G-Man, we are going to move to Boca Raton.
Ooh.
Yes, and that's where there were shoplifters. And they said Santa Claus bag wasn't toys, but instead tinfoil and thousands of dollars in stolen merchandise. A shoplifting duo was busted after stealing over $6,000 from the Boca Saks Fifth Avenue.
Ooh.
I know, I feel like 6,000 doesn't sound like that much from Saks. I'm just kidding. I feel like one item at Saks is $6,000, right?
Yeah.
I feel like one item is $6,000.
Just grab one bag.
So a loss prevention officer identified Kevin Camacho of Miami and Oscar de la Cruz of Lauderhill as the people who shoplifted and fled his attempt to apprehend them. According to the loss prevention officer, the 2 entered Saks, they said, with large Santa Claus themed gift bags, headed towards the men's department and loaded them with various clothing items. So after exiting the department store, they say they fled when loss prevention attempted to stop them, dropping the bag with the stolen items in process. I was like, you guys aren't very good at this.
Yeah.
When the loss prevention retrieved the bag and stolen items, it was discovered that the bag had a second interior bag and it was lined with aluminum foil to defeat these anti-shoplifting devices. Who knew? I thought tinfoil was just so, like, aliens can't get to your brain and your thoughts.
I thought it was from peanut butter jelly.
The responding, they said, plainclothes officer pursued the subjects, taking out his badge, yelling police several times. After a long chase, the shoplifters did split up. One was apprehended by the officer and the other by a tactical team. The pair was booked for grand retail theft, possession of anti-shoplifting device, and obstructing an officer. But man, that's pretty bold just to show up with these big Santa bags and thinking like nobody's going to pay attention, that you're stuffing them.
Well, you never know. They might have thought like it's the holidays, it's packed in there, they get past it.
Yep.
You know, obviously they got nailed.
And then from shoplifting to G-Man to prostitution, is this a Greek with the Florida? Prostitution is often called the world's oldest profession, but in West Palm Beach, it's an ongoing challenge that the police are determined to tackle.
Get it!
They said that their efforts have shifted to sex workers, and because I think not that long ago, talked about a bunch of Johns who got arrested, and now they're going after the prostitutes.
If you're named John, that sucks.
They said 5 women were arrested in a single day. West Palm Beach Police Department went undercover, posing as potential customers in some of these known hotspots. I have a feeling some of them are just right down the road from our station. What? Broadway. I used to live around there. There's a lot of hookers. By the end of the day, 5 women were in custody. 4 of them repeat offenders, now facing felony charges. One of the arrests took place at the corner of 48th Street and Broadway. Was I right or was I right?
You're on your money. You're on
an
the
undercover officer offered $20 for sexual favors. Only $20, huh? Wow.
That's
it's very inexpensive.
That's a real holiday bargain. My God.
That is a steal.
Talk about Black Friday. Oh
And,
my God,
she
that's
was
a
like,
deal.
yeah. So that led to arrest because right, agreed. So they said this is ongoing enforcement that's been going on. We're dealing with the world's oldest profession, so we need to continually be out there and have that presence, whether it's in the North End, South End, downtown, whatever area is impacted. So they called it Operation in the North End Falls recent stings targeting the so-called Johns. As I mentioned just weeks ago, 11 men were arrested. In total, West Palm Beach Police have made over 100 prostitution-related arrests this year.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, for the whole year.
The whole year.
Oh,
But
I
still
think-
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they said a lot of people will send them tips. Police say that the Safer Watch app is helping residents report suspicious activities like sex work or open drug deals. So they'll send in tips, and that goes directly not only to 911 dispatch center, but also to, they have a strategic intelligence center. That information is routed to the proper detectives, and that's how they're getting all these tips on prostitution and Johns. It's through an app called the Safer Watch app. I said, listen, it's not a replacement for 911, but it allows residents to quickly share tips, photos, and videos for non-emergency situations.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that is your Weather Florida.
Great job. Thank you so much, Franny. We got somebody on hold, Dom, you said?
Yeah, we got your buddy Vaughn.
Vaughn, what's happening, Vaughn?
Hello?
Vaughn, what's happening, bud?
I'm used to there being like a pause when you after you say this on the whole. Oh my God, sorry.
Are you smoking or are you sick?
Yeah, are you sick or
Are you
getting-
are you just hitting the bong? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing? You sound like you're in Minnesota in a cave.
He's definitely getting high.
I'm gonna go with the last option.
Yeah.
Were you at the Viking game last night?
What hockey game? Oh my God.
Viking, not hockey.
Oh,
You're in Minnesota, Vaughn.
You're in Minnesota. They got a football team. It's called the Vikings.
I heard they won though. I didn't watch the game. Man, they are.
Vaughn, do you want to call us back and get your composure? And maybe mail a couple letters?
I'm good. So I got a little message yesterday. I guess you guys were talking about me again.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned your name yesterday because I was saying that today is my day where, because I ordered a bunch of little glass bottles, and I'm going to do my holiday coquito. I've made it already this year, but not to gift. So I'm making my coquito tonight. And then I had brought up how a few years ago you came over and you brought me your special batch.
And
of
she
coquito.
said it was excellent.
That's what I
Unbelievable.
said. I said
Yeah.
Dom would have enjoyed it, is what I said.
Yeah, because Dom likes to drink and smoke pot.
About that. How did that one go? Was that one pretty good?
Yeah, it was good. It was. I will say, because coquito normally it's a drink. It's like it's thick, but it's a drink. Yours was more like I had to eat it with a spoon. It was very thick, Vaughn.
So let me ask you on this drink: is that a drink that you can have like throughout a night or just one? Like-
You do whatever you want. To me,
No, I'm
it's too decadent. It's too rich. It's made with condensed milk. It's made with coconut milk. It's made so it's a lot.
So like if you're at like Dom last night, he had 4 Captain Morgans, but I wasn't counting. Can you have 4 now?
You can do whatever you want. I wouldn't, but
I mean, you can, but
yeah.
Oh, get to the point to where like the third one, you're gonna be like Freddie said, it's very rich.
Yeah.
If you have it with alcohol, it may take you you might not get past the third one, but if you do it like a virgin style, you could drink that
Virgin.
like no alcohol. 'Cause I know you don't like
But that's no fun, Vaughn. I always put a lot of rum in mine.
I think a pina colada that's a
see.
virgin when you're by the pool.
I'm gonna be we're gonna be making some for this Friendsmas dinner I actually got invited to.
Oh, that's
it's my
nice.
first time ever going to one of these things. So, and these are people I've met up here and made friends with at work, and they've listened to me talk about how I like to cook and whatnot. And now I'm signed up to make 3 side dishes, an appetizer plate, and 2 desserts. And now I'm making.
Oh wow! You might as well host the party at that point.
I was gonna say, my God, you're really you're doing it all.
Yeah.
You're.
Yeah, that's what they it's in the group message. Oh damn, Vaughn's doing everything. He's pretty much catering the whole party. And I'm looking at the list of everything that my name's next to. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? Yeah, I am. But I don't mind it. It's something that I like to do. I like cooking, and
Yeah, that's nice, and that's good. You got some friends out there so far.
Yeah, like I told you last time, it's definitely a new experience. Pretty good. I am very glad I made the choice to come up here, and things are seeming to work out. The cold, is not my best friend, but I'm getting used to it.
I was thinking about moving to Minnesota the other night too. I was sitting around the house. I said I should move to Minnesota. Yeah. Sang out with Vaughn.
Hey, you got a better chance of getting back with your ex-wife than moving to Minnesota.
I don't know about that. They might move to Minnesota. I'm not sure.
That's pretty far, but maybe I got a better chance of playing paddleball today with Halle Berry or pickleball.
I know you guys you're up against it. I'll leave this. I'll say a couple highs and goodbyes. Hi, what's up, Doodle? I know you're listening. We all miss Nutter. So, hi, Nutter.
Nutter's great.
Probably.
Actually, I saw him on a bus stop the other day, and I waved to him. I miss him.
Oh, God.
What are you God about?
I
love Nutter.
Congratulations on the promotion, man.
Thank you.
Doing a good job. And
he may not be with us next year, though. Some things are happening today with iHeart, so this could be.
Hey, I'll tell you what, G. No
Yes,
offense, bro, but anytime you joke like that, something ends up happening with it. Like,
I'm not joking. I'm telling you. I got a big text message this morning about 6 o'clock. And the guy from iHeart said to me, am I bothering you? I said, I'm in a casino. He said, sure you are. And then he FaceTimed me, and I was in a casino at 6 o'clock. I said, what are you doing?
And he was telling you that people were going to get blown out?
Yeah, no, he just
great,
said,
awesome.
he said, Dom. He's
just me. Good enough.
He said,
About
too much money betting. He's winning too much money betting.
Only thing I can give some advice to you, Dom, there's a drop that's on your soundboard somewhere. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with the sound, and it's called "It's Time to Relax Your Anus." There you go, buddy. Have a good
Vaughn, stay good, and that's nice that everything's working out for you in Minnesota. We were concerned. Over under, we had March 8th that you would come back, but it looks like you're going to go over, so you have a great holiday season.
All right, G. Have a good one. Talk to you.
Love you, bro.
Bye.
Seems like everybody who always gets blown out is so carefree and just happy. Maybe that's the thing to do in
no
2025.
No care in the world.
Yeah, just no care in the world.
Yeah.
All right, so on the table, if somebody gave you a gift that you thought was too much, would you say some or would you just accept it? We'll talk about this in the Penthouse. You guys can also text us at Real Radio 47142, or you could call us at 877-927-6969.
So I had a couple of people, because I'm looking through these text messages. I'm sorry I wasn't able to access them before. And thank you. Yes, we did fix the connection. We moved outside. So if you hear any outdoor wind or noise, that's why. But it made everything else a lot better. But on top of that, we have people saying, hey, I'm the one that you missed. Hey, I'm the one. So like the people who beat the Greek and Greek's gridiron. And so yesterday, before I left the building, G-Man was already gone, and Tom was like, hey, he's like, I don't know if there's 7 or 8. He's like, I'm counting. There's 9 people who have beat the Greek. 9 people.
It's a bad year.
So far.
What am I gonna tell you?
So we thought it was 8 yesterday after this past one. And then when Dom and I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, I went back, I listened. He was like, I did all my research. Dom did. And yeah, there's 9 people who have beat the Greek. Could be 10 after Friday.
Thanks.
Double digits.
Hey, I'm happy. The more the merrier. It hasn't been a good year. We've been doing this for a long time. I'm very proud to do Greek's Gridiron, and that we brought it to the market and to Real Radio, and it's done very well for the company.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
of
one of the
course.
things. It's one of the things they exploit me with on a regular basis, using my name. But yeah, maybe we'll have 10 this week. So I mean, we usually only have 3 or 4. So to have 10 in 17 weeks is a lot. But it hasn't been a good year, and I'll be the first one to stand behind it. When you mess up, you got to say, hey, I didn't. And I'm sure everybody's happy who's in it, but the people after next week, they don't want it. You know what I mean? I did have one guy come up to me and goes, what the hell's going on this year?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it happens. 877-927-6969. So, Franny, if you got a gift that you thought was too much, would you say something to the person? Or be like, I just think it's a little bit too much? Say it was a coworker. Or a friend,
Okay, and like money wise, yeah. I mean, I think
just a big gift.
A big gift, yeah. But I think, but to me, I'm saying it's expensive.
Okay, yeah.
Not like in size. Like what?
A refrigerator.
Is that what too much means? That's expensive and big.
I got your washer and dryer.
I think you're like. I think that if I did open it, I thought it was, and to me maybe. Especially if it was a friend or a coworker, maybe to me it'd be, I don't know, not inappropriate, but in a way just like, why would you get me something so expensive?
Yeah.
I might say something. I'd be like, I just can't accept this. This is way too much.
That's very nice. You
Yes.
have a lot of class.
Yes.
Domster, how about you? I'm going to guess you with the answer, but go ahead. Tell me what you would do.
Yeah, I would say thank you, but I think this is way too much for me. Thank you for your the consideration.
Now, would you give it back and say, here, I just can't accept this?
Yeah, I think so.
Like, say, a coworker bought you a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, the thing to do is, if you feel it's inappropriate, I mean, everybody has their own ups and downs and their own values. It is to say, hey, this is too much. I can't accept this. It is just way too nice. That happened to me one time with one of our bosses. I gave him a bottle of champagne, and he came to see me, and he goes, Greek, I can't accept this. This is too nice. And I said, you're 100% right. This wasn't meant for you.
Oh yeah, here I meant to give you that bottle of Prosecco from Kirkland's. $10. It's delicious. So speaking of gifts, there are a bunch of teachers out there, and during this time of year, your students like to give you gifts. And I think it's very nice to do because teachers do a lot. They definitely deserve it.
Yeah, I think it's
But yeah, somebody asked about 800 teachers about common gifts that they get this time of year, and they're not looking for anything crazy expensive, anything like that. But they talk about the things that teachers actually want as a gift and the one gift that they don't want. So the top 5 answers of what they want may not be as much as you think. A lot of these are very inexpensive. Packaged food, like cookies or candy.
They don't want that?
They do.
Okay.
These are 5 things they want, 1 thing they don't. Personal items are cute, like a coffee mug or scarf. They're cute with that.
Nice.
Classroom supplies. All teachers could utilize that.
Yeah, that's
They say cash or gift cards. Number 2, they'll take it.
Nice.
And then they say just a really sweet handwritten letter from their student at number 1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, you're inspiring me every day to get out of bed. Thank you so much. You're going to be a path in my foot to success. How about a poinsettia? I think that'd be nice for a teacher.
Yeah. And this one I was surprising. So the one thing that they don't want, those are the top 5 things they do. The top thing that they don't want, because I know a lot of teachers, so I am surprised, but they said they don't want to get booze. They don't want to get
I don't know if that's appropriate.
They said not everyone drinks.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of awkward to get alcohol from a child.
Yeah, that's right.
Mom and dad send you with a bottle of tequila. I'm like, you're good. No, I understand that. Yes. But if it maybe.
Especially if it's a young kid, like a 5th grader.
No, you're not sending your kid with a bottle
Here's a
of
bottle
wine.
of Tito's.
First of all, yes, that's not okay to do. But I was thinking maybe like if a parent hands it to them or whatever it is. But yeah, they say that's the number 1 gift they do not want. Not only is it awkward, but
Well, they're also,
they want a child.
especially for younger kids, they're role models as the teacher. It's the one of many things they do besides teach kids and obviously set a good example for life. You don't want to start promoting drinking if it's a young kid. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things. I think that's nice that they say.
I don't know that you're promoting drinking.
Well, you know what? Maybe you don't want the kids to know. Like, you just be like, hey, I don't want them to know I drink.
They said that they could also look at it like, hey, booze can be weird even coming from a parent. Like, here, I know you must need this after dealing with my child
kids.
all year. You're like, that's the kind of, this
Here's
is
American
like,
expression.
yeah.
I think gift cards are nice.
Yeah, cash or gift cards, absolutely.
like Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks or something like that. A gas card. Like say you got them for a gas. I think that's a very nice gift if you give somebody for a teacher. I don't know how many kids give gifts to the to the teachers around Christmas.
I think a lot of them do.
Yeah, that's very nice. I see at the end of the year, but my rule was always, why am I going to give it to them at the end of the year? I'm done with them then. So you got to start kissing their ass early. I mean, you know what I mean? So they can impact your life. And maybe if you're between a B and a C, they'll take care of you. Yeah, but I think that's very nice. Anytime you get somebody a gift card, it's cool. Especially if it's a place they're going to use. Like we got one for Don, for Grindr. I mean, he could download it and he's ready to go.
He's getting premium?
Whoa. that talkback said it was for you that had the fraud call, all right? It wasn't me.
That's true. That is true. Speaking of the person who was asking about that, I believe we have a text here, 47142. Let's see. Good. Where is it? Oh, it says Greek. Can we get an update on the waiter guy you tried setting up with Tom? Was he
Waiter
not his
guy?
type,
Whoa,
or
whoa.
Did the sparks not fly? That's from Anthony.
It wasn't a gentleman. It was a girl who I thought was still working there, but is not working there anymore. And I saw her about a month ago on a Sunday night, and she said to me, "Hey, do you know any nice guys?" And I said, actually, I do know somebody I work with who seems to be a very nice guy.
Gee, you didn't present yourself? What happened?
No. Because if somebody says, "Do you know any nice guys?" they're not interested in you, obviously. They would say, "Hey, are you single?"
I guess,
that's pretty much the way I would think.
Yeah.
I would think so. She asked me, and again, she was a little too young for me. Sorry, I'm age appropriate.
I can imagine Freddie's face right now.
Yeah. Age appropriate.
So anyway, I said to her, "I do know a nice guy. We're supposed to be having dinner in about a month." And she said, "Okay, that'd be great. Hopefully I could work that night." And I said to her, it would be very loosely based. Because anytime I do fix people up or try to set them up, that's the way I think it's best to do. Not like a setup. Just like you walk by, say hi, and then if one or two people are like, "Hey, who is that?" Then, you take her from there and then you step out. I don't like setups, and I think they're awkward. But then in the interim, she doesn't work there anymore. So I don't know what happened. But to answer the question, no, I didn't figure that out. But I always am looking when I'm out.
Appreciate it.
I'm always saying, "Ooh, she's." I am. There was actually a girl a couple weeks ago who was really smoking, like about 25. I said, "Please tell me your mom's divorced." She was, "Excuse me?" That was my opening line. She was, "My parents are divorced." I said, "Oh, this is perfect.
Bingo.
This is great." I said, you got a picture of your mom? We are at Pollard Coffee Bar in Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove. Having a great time. Stop down here. You'll love the coffee. I got recommended by my buddy Steve to get a certain kind of drink. I'm going to have it later. I don't remember, so he's going to have to text it to me, of course.
I think it was like the milk honey latte or something like that.
Cinnamon?
Something, yeah, but it was honey something, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to try it out, but we'll be here till 2 o'clock. You guys stop down and try it out. You'll love it. You'll enjoy the food, and it's a great atmosphere. Very cool place. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I think some people will disagree here, but it feels to me like dating in 2024 is the most miserable thing ever.
That's like the number one reason my wife won't divorce me. She just,
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
In Fort Pierce, A1A is closed between US 1 and Old Dixie Highway. In Vero Beach, 17th Street reduced to one lane between Indian River Boulevard and A1A. In Stuart, construction on the Turnpike at Martin Highway. That's traffic. I'm Ron Hersey.
This report is sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Hey, it's Greek for Game Day Men's Health. Christmas time is right around the corner. I got something for you. Mention Greek at your appointment and receive 1 free month of vitamin injections.
That's a $99 value, baby.
And it's on your boy. I'll be your elf and your secret Santa. Go to their website today, trygameday.com, to find locations close to you. You want to get in the game? You want to feel back to when you were 25 and in the energy you once had? Go to Game Day Men's Health. They'll do everything for you. Happy holidays from Game Day Men's Health. And from your boy to Greek, I'm your secret Santa on this one, baby. Trygameday.com. Peace.
Cheerio and happy holidays to all. We Brits do two things particularly well. Celebrate the Yuletide and make a fantastic cocktail. And now doing both the proper way is simpler with Bartesian. Whether your desire is a holiday-spiced old-fashioned by the Yule log or a Clausmopolitan for sipping with your besties, just pop in a capsule, select your strength, push the button, and you're off. Hurry now, old chap, as they're $50 off. Add holiday flavor to every celebration with Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
The holidays are here, and spring training 2025 is approaching fast at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Groups, mini plans, and season tickets are available now for all St. Louis Cardinals and Miami Marlins games. Individual game tickets go on sale November 19th. Find out more at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
With the holiday season fast approaching, are you fresh out of ideas for that special man in your life? Allow me to suggest the perfect gift, a brand new garage door. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I wrap a garage door, Mo? What kind of stocking do I need to stuff this inside? And how do I hang that sucker back on the mantle? And just how romantic is a 150 square foot hunk of aluminum on rails? At Mo Better Garage, I can explain this way mo better. A new garage door is like the ultimate power tool and the nicest pair of socks all in one. It's the perfect size, extra large, and the perfect color, whatever you choose. It comes with a cool remote control he can play with and a manual full of technical specs he can read about on the toilet. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it festive. Maybe you hang the stockings on the garage door. Ho ho!
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anna Jar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Preparing to tent fumigate your home or business is stressful. With up to 29 interior and exterior preparation steps, the very success of your fumigation depends on being properly prepared. Contact ALR Fumigation Preparation and Recovery, your fumigation preparation experts. Family owned and operated, licensed and insured. Specializing in comprehensive fumigation preparation throughout Palm Beach County. We prioritize safety and thoroughness to make sure your property is ready come fumigation day. ALRFumigationPrep.com. Your home fumigation ready.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hayes the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace!
New deals on last-minute holiday finds. Just dropped at Lowe's. Save $600 on a Whirlpool fingerprint-resistant stainless steel side-by-side refrigerator. Offer valid 12/12 through 12/18. While supplies last. Selection varies by location.
For more information about contests on this station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Sarah Spain for iHeart Women's Sports.
Presented by Capital One.
The PWHL is back in action tonight after a week-long international break. The Boston Fleet hosts the Ottawa Charge at 7 p.m. Eastern. Big picture, each of the 6 teams in the PWHL has played 3 games so far, with the Minnesota Frost sitting atop the standings with 2 wins, no losses in regulation, and 1 loss in overtime. For more women's sports stories, be sure to subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on iHeart Podcasts.
Capital One is a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
People, my people, what's up? This is Questlove. Man, I cannot believe we're already wrapping up another season of Questlove Supreme. We talked to Ava Marie, Johnny Marr, Eve, Jonathan Schechter, Billy Porter, and so many more. If you haven't heard these episodes yet, hey, now's your chance. You gotta check them out. Listen to Questlove Supreme on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Questlove Supreme.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored to you by Pillar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Mo Better Garage. Mo Better Garage. We make it way Mo Better. MoBetterGarage.com.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey ho, ho ho, Merry Christmas, your sister there.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Nothing makes it feel like the holidays when you hear ho, ho, ho in your sister's ass. That's when you know, man, it's Christmas time in Real Radio. We are at Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats and the Cove in Deerfield Beach. Great place. You guys will definitely enjoy it. You should stop down.
Yeah,
Francis,
absolutely. I just want to know, because you said that Buddha stopped by for a second. It was because all the drinks look great. They're coffee drinks.
Yeah.
He had the honey cinnamon latte.
Okay.
But they have this drink on here, and I got myself a coffee nitro. You know, I try to be like healthy black, no cream or milk or sugar or anything like that, just black coffee.
I like their logo.
Yeah, it's good. Your face. Anyways, they have this. If you have a sweet tooth, and this looks excellent, they have a Biscoff butter cookie latte. Yes, and it even comes with a little Biscoff cookie in it.
Ooh, maybe I'll get that at the conclusion of the show.
Yeah, and if you're not a coffee person, they have hot chocolates. They have a campfire s'mores hot chocolate drink. They have a regular one. They have, their food looks amazing. They do these breakfast tacos, G-Man. So the actual, the vessel, instead of tortilla, are pancakes.
Oh, wow, that
and
must be
that's
good.
what they use, for the tacos. They have a honey
That sounds
bacon and scrambled-
amazing.
Right?
Yeah, it does.
They said they're cinnamon swirl pancake tacos. So you have your choice of honey bacon and scrambled eggs or chicken tender and hot honey in there. And then you also do one with berries, Greek yogurt, and honey, G-Man. But avocado toast, flatbreads, deli stacks. The food here looks amazing.
Might stop here one morning. Their hours are 8 a.m. They open up at 8 a.m.
Yeah, nice and early. So you get your coffee and some breakfast. And they even have a charcuterie board, gelatos.
I have gelato last
Everything
week.
looks great.
Dom, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How about you, man?
I'm good. We'll do a trifecta, and then we'll get to a couple people on hold.
Riders up. It's Greek's Trifecta.
All right, Jimmy Butler had a big night last night in Detroit, and a new hairdo, by the way, which was very unique. But he scored 35 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists. But the Heaters lost in overtime by 1. Tough game for them. Panthers, who are at home, and the Panthers on a good side, they won 6-5 over the Oilers. And there's 2 NFL games, and both favorites won and covered, which is always big because the public likes to bet the favorites. Last night, the Falcons ended up winning. Another bad game by Cousins. Turning out to be one of the worst investments next to probably Winston with the Browns and Tua with us for millions of dollars, where these quarterbacks just do not perform like they once did. But they ended up winning 15-9, I believe, and then Minnesota spanked the Bears, and they covered the first half and the game. So hats off to Minnesota. They're a dark horse nobody's talking about, but they're 12-2, and they got a chance with Philly to get the best record in the NFC and be home throughout the playoffs. They'll be tough to beat home. Indoors. I do think Detroit's got some bumpy roads ahead of them, and now with more injuries, and they just lost Montgomery, that is going to be a huge dent for Detroit. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the place we're at, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Dom, I know you said you had somebody on hold?
Yeah, we have Jason on the phone.
Jason, good morning. What's happening?
Hey, Greek, good morning. How you guys doing? Good?
We're doing great, buddy. What's going on?
Not too much. I was just listening to the show, and I wanted to comment on the if somebody gave you a like really expensive gift, or would you accept it or not? It's to me. It's like if sometimes sometimes you want to just do something nice for somebody. And have you ever like even just the smallest thing? Somebody try to you try to even buy somebody lunch, or they're talking about money, even give them $20, and they're like no, and because you done committed to it in your heart, it kind of bothers you because you just wanted to do something nice for them. So I personally,
if somebody, if somebody doesn't want to accept something, then I want them to feel comfortable. A gift, I think everybody gets confused a lot of times. Is a good thing and a nice thing and a gesture, but I want them also to feel comfortable with it. And I think in yourself, you should really know what with the person, the relationship you have with the person based on, the gift and what it is. You don't want to get somebody inappropriate something because they might, you want them not to feel, you want them to feel good about it, not bad. Especially if it was a girl for me, something is different than a guy. A guy, guys always offer me cigars that are very expensive, but I don't take them because I don't smoke them, and I don't want them to spend that kind of money on a cigar.
I got you. I just personally think that if somebody commits to in their heart to do something nice for you, and obviously if they got it like that, then they got it. So I think just showing crazy gratitude for it and being like, oh, no way, thank you, would be better than saying no, because sometimes you just want to do something nice for somebody. If you got it like that, you got it. Anyway, I just wanted to call in on that.
No.
Happy holidays.
No, I think it's great. Like I said, I don't think there's a wrong answer. I think it's more of the situation, that you have with somebody. But I think if somebody has it, like you said, they want to do something nice, I think it's great. And they're doing it for a reason because they appreciate you and they want to thank you. And it is the holidays, and it is the time to reflect on the past year, to say thank you to people.
All right, Don. All right, I appreciate you guys.
All right, brother. Thank you for listening.
Happy holidays. Definitely, for real.
Happy holidays.
Later.
Thank you.
Happy holidays.
All right, so Franny, we were talking about a couple different things. We talked about teachers, gifts that they want. One thing that was said was that it's inappropriate if you give them liquor. So if you have a child out there and you
this is according to teachers that were surveyed. They said that was the one thing, not inappropriate. They said just awkward, and I don't think children should be showing up with a bottle of booze anyways to school.
Yeah,
that may be suspension. That may. Who knows? But yes, obviously we do have the holidays next week, and Christmas, Hanukkah, all that's happening. So a lot of talk that we're going to be having is some Christmas talk, and this includes what people are doing. We briefly mentioned it yesterday, G-Man, and we were talking a lot about that semaglutide, the Ozempic, all kinds of stuff, because we know people who have been very successful with their weight loss journeys doing it. But they said that in 2024, Americans aren't pausing their diets for the holidays, but they are pausing their diet drugs. That's what they said.
Nice.
Yes. And so that drug, what it is, that semaglutide, it's known as GLP-1. And that's what they said when the 1,000 people who are on this, who are on the Ozempic, the Wegovy, all those, not a huge amount, because I think people, we talked to somebody yesterday who had a lot of success, got very healthy with it, and doesn't want to ruin it, even with drinking, right? Because they just feel so good. So it's not a lot of people. I think a lot of people are still going to stay on it, but a mere 12% said, you know what, I'm going to pause. We're going to push the pause button over the holidays so I can indulge, and then I'm going to jump back on it for the new year. So they say the top 10 temptations are the sweets, the cookies and the sweets for Christmas, where people want to be able to scarf those down
and not feel guilty.
and not feel guilty about it. But you know what, I guarantee they probably still will. With 48% of them saying they have zero concerns about the long-term effects of pausing their weight loss medication during the holidays. And I don't know if there's long-term, because really you're just taking a couple weeks off.
If that.
Yep. They said it's not just holiday dinner gatherings. 64% of people say that they regularly skip the drug on vacations and trips.
Well,
and
I can
get
see
it.
that. Yeah, you're going away. You want to enjoy yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you can't have a drink for a lot of people and sit by the pool or whatever you're doing, you might feel like, well, why am I going away?
And not just that, I know what trips I do. I love going to new places and walking around and hanging out with the locals and seeing all these amazing sights. But a majority of my vacations, I surround food. Eating their cuisine and whatever, food and drinks is probably the biggest
You
part
always try it out.
of my vacation. So I get it. I'm the same way. I mean, normally I try to eat like pretty healthy when I'm down here at home, but when I go on vacation, it's game on. I'm going to try everything. So they say a lot of people, not only just for vacations, the holidays, they say they skip a lot of the weight loss drugs around their birthdays, weddings, and even on a date. Sometimes they'll do it.
A date.
But
Well,
that's
a date's
the thing.
only a couple hours.
And that's what I'm saying. Like a date is weird because a lot of these weight loss drugs, it's like a once a week thing.
Yeah.
So unless that date's planned, you just don't take that injection that week so you can eat. I don't know.
That's the only one I can't buy in because
Yeah.
the date's not long.
That one's weird to me too.
Yeah.
But I understand maybe for weddings and birthdays, I can see that. But vacation, 100%.
No, you're spending money, you're going to enjoy yourself, and a vacation is basically a reward for all your hard
Yes.
work. So you should go there, and I don't think there should be any limitations like, ooh, I can't do that. Dom, is it time for us to give away Panther tickets for Ho Ho Ho?
We can.
All right, so we got to figure out how we're going to do this. So Dom, you might need to have your button on that text.
Oh, okay. Yep. I'll be ready to text
So
you.
we can, because we're going to have to vote. Because normally we're in the studio together, and we are not this time because G and I, we are at Pilar Coffee, and we are doing Ho Ho Ho's. Pilar Coffee Bar, by the way, beautiful place. Come on out here if you are not familiar. They opened a couple weeks ago, right, G-Man?
Yeah, they've been open about a month.
Okay, about a month, but this is in Deerfield Beach, Cove Shopping Plaza. Food looks great. Coffee, I had one already, is absolutely delicious. So come on out. But we are doing Ho Ho Ho's. Give us your best Santa impersonation. We're getting the first 3 callers on the line at 877-927-6969. That's 877-927-6969. It is majority rules here in the Penthouse between Greek, myself, and of course Dom. So that's why I said Dom's going to have to text us because it works out better that way, right? Because we need the 3 of us to vote here. So Dom's going to get you on the line, and then we have, do you know what game? It's a 4-pack of tickets to the Panthers.
I'm not sure what game it is,
Okay.
but I knew we're doing Panther tickets every day this week except one day we're doing New York Prime gift card.
Thursday we're doing New York Prime, yes,
So we'll
sir.
get you the additional information because we got to tell you what game it is, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't just show up and go, hey, I'm primer for the Panther game. So we'll find out.
Okay.
Dom, as soon as you're ready, you let us know, and we're Benihana right on it, and we'll try to give somebody a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Panthers, so you guys have another gift under your tree, which is
It's a great little
always
stocking stuffer, huh?
Yeah, it's nice.
Tickets to go see the Florida Panthers.
and maybe, you know what, that's a good first date.
Yeah, absolutely.
If the girl doesn't like hockey, no. But
But if she's never been, that'd be pretty cool.
yeah, it's always good to do something with somebody for the first time and say, hey, I wish I like to go to a Panther game. And you have 4 tickets, and then you can say, hey, I bought out the whole row for you. Don't tell her you got tickets for free, though. Say you bought them, and they're in front of Scalper. You spent big money. This way she'll feel like, you're a nice guy and you're trying to put out a decent effort. And then they'll say in the back promotion, and she'll be like, what's going on? Is this promotion tickets? 877-927-6969. Give us a call, and we'll put you on, and then you got to do your best ho, ho, ho. I did one yesterday, so if I can do it, you guys can do it. And we'll do later, we'll have a little reindeer quiz again. I did fail one last night about 2 a.m. in the morning. Somebody gave me a reindeer quiz that I didn't do good. And I was like, man.
By a reindeer quiz, he just has to name Santa's reindeers. We've been doing this for years. For years we've been doing this, and he just still cannot retain or remember the names of his reindeer.
I know. You should try to help me instead of beating me up.
I'm not trying to help you.
I'm not trying to help you. We know you're not.
I know, because this is a thing you should be able to do. You remember all other kind. If it had to do with sports, statistics, all the stuff, he would be on top of it.
Oh, yeah, he would
But
be.
he doesn't care. It's just the reindeer. Do we have our first Santa impersonator?
We do. We have Brandon up first.
What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Greek. How are you?
How are you? Have you ever done this before? Portrayed Santa Claus?
No. I have not.
All right. Do you think you got a little hoe in you?
That is funny, Greek.
I think we all got a little hoe in us. Depends on the time and the place.
I got a little hoe in me, I guess.
All right, good. All right. So we're ready to go. We're ready to go when you're ready. Go ahead.
Money's
That's
on
pretty
the
good.
table.
Money's on the table. Close.
Yeah.
It's
Money on
his
the
version.
dresser.
It's Santa's version of Money's on the Dresser.
Okay.
Yes.
Don't want to promote that with Santa, but I get it. Trying to keep this, for the holidays.
I know. I mean.
All right, Brandon. Thank you for your hoe. Hang tight so we can get our next Santa on.
All right, next up we have. Let's see, we have up David next.
David, what's happening, buddy?
This is Santa Claus.
Oh, excuse me, Santa Claus. I apologize to you and all your family.
Yes, sir.
I like you. You're already getting
Oh,
into
I
your
like
role.
it in character.
Yeah, you really got a high standard there. I think you're going to really knock us off our socks. All right, we're ready when you are. I don't want to stop you.
David, give us one more time. Or, I'm sorry, Santa. One more time. Give us your hoe.
You got it. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
See, when I close my eyes,
I know. I felt like it was really Santa. I kind of want to tell him what I want for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Santa.
All right, Santa, hang tight. We gotta get Santa number 3 on.
Relax, Santa. Less is more sometimes. What you got next?
Next up, we got Spanish.
Oh, Spanish. What's up, my friend? Now my holidays are complete. How are you?
Always good, brother. How's everybody?
Everybody's good. How's the family?
Family's great, man. I can't complain. How's your mom?
Actually, my mom's not doing good. She's in a hospital. We're hoping she gets out soon. I did talk to the doctors, but she's fighting the fight, and she's a winner. There's no doubt about it. I'm blessed to have her in my life. I was blessed to have 2 good parents. But thank you for asking, and hopefully she gets better.
Sorry to hear, man. We know we're sending all the love and all the energy. She'll get better, brother.
All right, well, impress me there, Spanish, and let me hear your Santa. A lot of pressure on you because you're my idol.
Hey, all right. Won't be the first time. All right, here we go. Ho, ho, ho! Feliz Navidad! Ha, ha, take that.
What was the last part?
Yeah, we got ourselves a Spanish Santa.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to have to vote. All 3 of you guys were excellent.
Yeah.
I mean, really. It was very, very good.
All right, so hold on. We got it because we have to have Dom on our text line. And G-Man, throw out your fingers. Which one do you like? Which one do you think's the best?
You don't have to say who people voted for. You just have to say the winner.
Absolutely not, because it's majority rules here. And we did just get Dom's text message, and it looks like Santa number 2 is our winner for that 4-pack of tickets to go see the Florida Panthers. He had the best Santa.
Great job there.
Thank you. Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you very much. Yeah, now
It's to stay in a character. I mean, I just can't.
Are you going to stay in role all day and all week? Or are you going to stay in that? Because, if you stay in a role, that's good because it helps you. They always tell actors that. And years ago when I went on a couple of auditions, they would tell me that too. Like, stay in the role, be in the role all day, and then you can really, grab it. So I think you should stay in the Santa role.
I can't. After about 5 minutes, my voice is going to be really. So you got the best of me today.
I mean, okay, now hearing your real voice and hearing your Santa voice, now I'm even more impressed.
Yeah.
I am. I'm very impressed with your Santa, so congratulations.
There was a judge a couple weeks ago. I was sitting in New York Prime having dinner, and I asked him to do Santa, and he did it for me. Nice guy. I said, you should do that in the courtroom. He goes, Greek, no, I cannot do ho, ho, ho in the courtroom. But you did a great job
Yes,
today.
Congratulations.
Enjoy the Panther game.
Hang tight. Dom's going to get all your info.
Merry Christmas.
Great job.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yes. Happy holidays to everybody. Happy New Year 2025. And hopefully it's a good year and a good year for health because that's the most important thing. It is the Penthouse live at Pollard Coffee Bar in Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Plaza. Stop down here. You'll love the food. You'll love the atmosphere. This is a cool place. And it's really, really cool. It's Florida. There's no doubt about it. And you'll love the food. So stop down. Kick off any day. They do open up at 8 a.m. and they are open 7 days a week. We'll be back in a few minutes with the Penthouse on location at Pollard Coffee Bar in Ice Streets. Peace.
The bad news, the brain isn't all that great at hearing stuff and remembering it. The good news, you can watch us too. Like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Real Radio 92.1. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
A decent drive along your expressways this morning. 95 and the Turnpike continue to be accident-free and flowing freely. Do keep in mind we do have construction here US 1 northbound at the Jupiter Bridge. Avoid that area. That's traffic. I'm Ricky Rousseau.
This report is sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach 7 days a week to beautiful girls at Air with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football, drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
Cheerio and happy holidays to all. There's two things we Brits do particularly well. It's celebrate the Yuletide season and make a fantastic cocktail. And now, doing both in the proper British way is simpler with Bartesian. Yes, Bartesian! It's the home cocktail maker that's every bit as posh and premium as having your own bartender in the house, without having to worry about providing servants' courses. Whether your desire is a holiday-spiced old-fashioned by the Yule log or a Clausmopolitan for sipping with your besties, just pop in a capsule, select your strength, push the button, and you're off. Hurry now, old chap, because they're $50 off. Yes, even old Ebenezer Scrooge wouldn't quite be able to turn down such good tidings, made so rapidly and served so well. So turn your holiday party into an event worthy of the blokes across the pond with Bartesian. Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
If you're watching football this season, you know anything can happen. And on Hard Rock Bet, we mean anything. One fan in South Florida turned a $1 touchdown parlay into a $40,000 payday. Hard Rock Bet has parlays for days. With flex parlays, now you can even miss a few picks and still get paid. Parlays for every kind of play. Only on Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. When your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Anti-Semitism takes many forms, from a passing comment in casual conversation to vandalism and even violence. Shine a Light is a national initiative to spotlight anti-Semitism. A coalition of over 60 Jewish and non-Jewish organizations from across the U.S. and Canada, Shine a Light draws inspiration from Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights, to encourage Jews and allies to speak out against anti-Semitism and send a message that we are stronger together. Join us at shinealighton.com.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you been injured in a motor vehicle accident? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Cole. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers build in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It's rare that anybody can entertain me, make me laugh, or intrigue me, to be honest. That's why I don't do good with meetings with management. But anyway, we just had a great listener who drove all the way down from Palm Beach. What a nice guy. And I said to Franny, what a nice guy. And Franny, your response was?
I said very much so.
Oh,
Why is that entertaining?
That was very funny.
Okay. I was just like, yes. I mean, yes.
Very much so.
Very much so. And
Very
for some
lottie
reason,
job.
he was like, that's hilarious. I don't know, but okay.
Dominic's in the house. What's up, Dom?
Hello.
How you feeling today? Are you hungover at all or no? You didn't.
Oh, no. That steak absorbed all of the, the drink, so I'm still thinking about that steak right now.
It looked so good. I wanted to ask you for a bite, but I was like, yeah, I ate it up.
Oh, for sure. I would have given you a bite. No worries.
It did. Ribeyes are my favorite because they're so marbly and fatty, like flavor-wise, but I always get a filet because it's small, and I had so much food.
That was the biggest steak I ever saw.
Really?
Because I always get
Gee,
small
man,
steak.
you've never had a tomahawk in your life?
No, I can't afford that.
That was, what was it? Was it 20-ounce bone-in ribeye?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had
She
our
was
Christmas
pretty.
dinner last
Shout
night
out to
at
Nick
New York
from
Prime.
New York Prime. Oh, my God.
Nick is great.
Yeah, he recommended that. He said that to him was one of his favorites.
Yeah, one of my very, very, very good friends. A lot of brunettes in this area, I got to tell you, which is great. That's why I'll be back here. Also for the coffee. Franny's in the house.
Hi.
You want to do some fun facts?
I don't know.
All right, don't. Whatever you want. I don't care. It's Christmas week. You don't want to do them, you don't have to. Whatever you want to do. Again, on the table, you guys can call us at 877-927-6969. Gifts. We gave you some nice ways to say something if you don't like something. I have a buddy of mine.
I was kidding. I'm doing fun facts.
Okay.
He was like, all right.
I know the flow.
I know you do.
I learned with women a long time ago.
Don't worry,
Just go
all
with
right.
it.
This is going to be very quick, so we can get to your thing. So we talked about today the Wright brothers, and I mentioned them in my whole This Day in History, and I want to give you some other interesting facts. They took flight today for the first time. Yes, it was not very long, but
It started.
it is exactly.
That's where we're at. ETA Jets,
Exactly.
one of our
This
big
day
sponsors.
commemorates the first successful flights in a mechanically propelled airplane that was heavier than air. Yeah. The planes were made, of course, by Orville and Wilbur, the Wright brothers, 1903 Kitty Hawk. And a proclamation is made annually inviting Americans to celebrate the day with various ceremonies and activities. G-Man, have you ever been to Kitty Hawk?
Where is it?
Kitty Hawk is in North Carolina.
No.
You probably never even stepped foot in North
Sounds like
Carolina.
a strip
have you?
club.
North Carolina? No, I don't think I've ever been there.
What'd you say, Tom?
It sounds like the name of a strip club, Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk.
I was in South Carolina years ago. My dad was president of Adidas.
Mm-hmm. Carolinas are beautiful.
Yeah, and that's the first thing when I got off the plane. I said, "This is
Oh my
beautiful."
God.
Oh my God.
Where'd you go to Charleston? Charleston's fun.
No, we didn't go to. It was Greensboro, I think.
Okay.
That's where the plant was. He had a big thing there. He was doing it with New Kids on the Block. actually, big promotion. And
all right.
I went down. That was the only time I was in South Carolina.
Okay. So so we're talking about the Wright brothers. Neither Wilbur nor Orville graduated high school, but they said their curiosity and self-education led them to change history, which is what they did. You hear a lot of these people, these ventures and stuff, like never finished school or
Quit college.
Yeah. The first business was a printing press. They said before aviation, the Wright brothers started a printing business in 1889, producing a local newspaper and other printed materials. Their fascination with mechanics began in Dayton, Ohio. They had a bike shop where they sold and repaired bicycles.
Nice.
They said this business actually helped fund their aviation experiments. And it did. It came from a toy. Rubber band powered helicopters were, I guess, big back in the day, and that sparked their interest in flight when they were very young. They're like, all right, well, I want to figure out how to do this where I can ride on it. They tested their planes on a beach. They chose Kitty Hawk for its strong winds, soft sand, and privacy for their early test flights. They said that to refine their design, they constructed a small wind tunnel to test over 200 different kinds of wing shapes. Of course, we mentioned today, 12 seconds, covered 120 feet. They said that a coin toss decided who was going to pilot the first powered flight. Orville won, and he made history. His brother was like, damn it, damn you, Orville.
Yeah, screw
Now you get all in. Nobody talks about Wilbur. But nobody talks about Wilbur because Orville was on that first successful flight. But Wilbur happened later that day to fly farther than he did. He completed a flight of
Nobody
852 feet that lasted 59 seconds.
Wow.
So way more than
But he got
Orville's fly.
screwed.
He did. He got screwed.
There it is.
Got very
He got
screwed about it. They said that a couple more things. They said that they were very, very secretive about their work. They did not want anybody to copycat the design, and so that's why they were. They said they're super cautious to protect their invention from other people. And it took a few years, but they said they've only flown together one time, and that was in 1910, after becoming very confident in their invention and the safety of it. They ended up selling planes to the military in 1909. The Wright brothers did sell. They had signed a contract to sell planes to the U.S. Army. I thought that was a pretty good deal, right?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I don't
And they
know.
paid their bills, by the way.
Huh?
They paid the bills to the United States Army.
Yep. And that's it. There you go for some fun facts. Wright Brothers Day.
Thank you so much, Francis. Fun facts, again, on the table today. Anything about the holidays you want to call us. But Franny gave us some good things to say. When you get a gift that maybe you're not sure about, a lot of times people say, ooh, I'm going to open it under my tree because they don't want to open it up in front of people. Or sometimes people do want to have it.
Well, yeah, like I gave G-Man a gift, and he was like, I can't wait to have something to open on Christmas.
Yeah, well, I have no families. I have no friends. I have nothing. I have one gift, only for you. So at least I have something to wake up with my Gucci robe. And I wake up and feed my dog, take her for a little
Which
walk.
you don't have.
And that'll be nice. But that is a nice way. We gave you some nice things to say to people. Don't ever say to somebody something that's not nice for the gift. But sometimes people are like, they force you, open it now. And then you're right on the spot. So we gave you some of that stuff. Also, we have employees that bother you.
I think that is awkward, though, and I have people who do that when they give me gifts, because a lot of time I do. I want to put it under my tree and have, because, who knows if you're going to have gifts for Christmas, and it's a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So typically I do open them for Christmas, but I think it's uncomfortable when people are like, open it in front of me. I do.
Because you got to fake it.
You do. I mean, either way, you should be very grateful. We talked about this before, but I just think it's just weird opening gifts in front of the person who gave it to you.
I think a lot of people feel that. They feel pressure because you got to be like, oh my God, it's unbelievable. I was just going to buy this. Oh my God, you know me. You're reading my mind. Oh, I love you. That's why we're friends. But yeah. So again, we gave you different things about gifts because this is the gift season, obviously, showing people your appreciation. Do you get bothered if you have somebody that works for you and maybe leaves a note, like as a pool guy? Somebody brought this up to me the other night, or your mail carrier says, "Hey, tips are accepted."
Okay.
Does that feel like pressure to you?
I mean, if they did, I would tip, but I plan on doing it anyways. I had mentioned that my mail woman did leave a Christmas card, but it was a Christmas card from my husband. It was very nice. It didn't say, hey, we want tips and stuff, but it was also a reminder, even though we do, we got to make sure we take care of it.
Now, was it a card made out to you guys, or was it a generic card?
Well, it was, it was generic.
Okay.
But it was still a nice touch. She didn't have to do that. I mean, she hand wrote her name and stuff and said Merry Christmas. But I'm sure a lot of people, I'm sure everybody on that route got the same thing.
Which is nice.
But it was cute. It would almost made me go, I wonder if everybody got the same card, because the card had golden retrievers on it. So I was like,
Oh, well,
She
then.
know what kind of dogs I have. She's never been inside. But
Maybe she follows you.
Well,
On social media.
no, but I do have little golden retriever Christmas decorations outside of my house, and they've been up for a bit.
Well,
so
sure,
if that's
she
like
pays
if that's
attention.
a special touch, that's
Yeah.
nice. That's extra.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome that she does that. How about you, Don? Would you feel any pressure if you had somebody, say, who cleaned your windows and said, oh, it's the holidays, I accept gifts, anything like that? Or do you think that's not cool to do?
I wouldn't feel pressure, but yeah, I'd like to be a little extra giving towards the, holidays. Maybe a gift card for somewhere to eat or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Something
When
small.
I was a kid, I used to deliver newspapers. Most kids did. A lot of kids did. And I remember Christmas time, you would always get big tips.
Mhm.
And it was like really awesome because people, you're a newspaper carrier.
Yeah, there's not that many jobs like that for kids these days. I did watch the cutest video, and I don't know, Dom, if you've seen it or not. I feel like G hasn't because he's not on social media, but it's a Ring Door cam, and these two kids are caught on there, and you can hear the audio, and I think it was this year, I'm not sure. So you hear them talking to the people on the other side of the Ring Door cam, and they were like, hey, we want to see if we could shovel your driveway or whatever.
That's what we did.
And they're like, oh, hold on a second. But they're catching all the audio. And these kids are so cute because they're talking. One kid is saying how much money, and like a few thousand he's already made this year. So he's bringing his buddy with him.
Yeah.
Like a few thousand. And he saved his money for a car.
Yeah.
And so you could tell like he got him all
entrepreneurs.
excited. He was so excited about getting out there and making some money. And I was just like, that's nice to see people out there and hustling, especially at a young age.
No, but that starts when
Saving
you're-
money and especially for a car,
Yeah,
too. That's what they're thinking about.
We did that all the time. We raked leaves. I mean, that was a great
Yeah.
business in September, October. People used to hate them. We had a route that we would do, me and three of my friends.
Even when it doesn't snow,
And
places
we-
like this, mowing people's lawns and
Oh,
stuff.
we used to crush it in snow.
Yeah.
We'd get so jacked up. But the one rule in my house by my mom was that I had to do our driveway first.
I get it.
You do ours first, and then you go out. So I
Yeah.
would get up like super early and do it. Yeah, but those were great ways to make cash. Plus the paper route. So I trifecta. I did all of them. Who do we got on hold?
We have your buddy Evan.
Hey, but what's up, buddy? Happy Tuesday, which is really all day.
Happy all day to you as well.
What's going on?
Hey, I have two fun facts for you. And Franny, you'll probably understand this one. Did you know Bart Simpson is related to Sabrina Carpenter?
Bart Simpson is related to Sabrina Carpenter. Is that what you just said?
Yes.
Okay. How is that?
How's that possible?
Well, the voice of Bart Simpson, Nancy Carpenter, is Sabrina's aunt.
Oh, all right.
Well, I guess that's a technicality. We'll go with it.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about Christmas. Fun facts. Here you go. You know Brenda Lee, she's known for the wonderful song "Rocking Around the Christmas Tree," correct?
Yes. Which, by the way, is number 2 in the Billboard right now.
Last year was number 1.
Yeah. Mariah Carey's number 1.
Yeah, she beat up Mariah last year.
Yeah.
But she's only 5 foot. She's only 4'9". Are you aware of that?
No, I don't know her height, but she's got a good voice. Who cares how tall she is?
She was a babe when she sang that song, too.
Because Franny towers over her.
Well, so, what's her name? The one you were just talking about, Sabrina Carpenter. She's a little nugget, too.
Yeah, she's a cutie pie too.
Yeah.
But so Brenda Lee, she started singing, when she was 10, but she made her first record at 13, and then she did a tour of England in '59, or a tour of Europe in '59, and then she returned in '62, and she was a superstar in Europe.
Oh, wow.
She went to a venue. She was a headliner at a venue in Hamburg, Germany, and the band that played before her, the opening act, was a band called the Silver Beatles. But a couple months later, they were the Beatles.
Oh, wow. That's
Did
amazing.
not know that.
And she
Pretty
said John
interesting.
Lennon was a who? Pardon me? It's hard to hear you.
I said that's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, she said John Lennon was a hoot. He was, he picked her up because she's only 4'9", and he was like carrying her all around everywhere. She says he had a blast with the Beatles.
That's cool. I mean, a lot of these songs that you hear today, obviously, you imagine from that song so many years ago, and it's still being played. And, you know, unfortunately for them is that maybe their family or nobody gets money, because years ago in the record industry, people only got really royalties for like 6-10 years. And not really realizing, you know, like you said, that the same thing with Motown or any of these songs that you hear now. You know, it's 60 years later.
Right. Well, she actually sued the company for $20 million and got it. Because
nice.
They did an audit. Yeah, they did an audit on all her stuff, and they found out that they were hiding money from her. So she got $20 million recently.
All right, good for her. That's awesome.
So yeah, your dad was in the record business, correct?
Yes, he was for years. Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. Who was his top 2 or 3? Was it Polygram?
I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's really hard, man. What was the label? What was his label?
Polygram, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was Polygram. And who was the top couple of stars who was on his label?
Well, he was on RCA too for a while. I mean, he had Elvis. They had Supertramp. A&M had Herb Alpert. I remember meeting Herb Alpert on the lot and out in L.A. with my dad. He was so cool. But Elvis was the biggest one with RCA when he was with RCA for years.
Oh, that's really cool. Well, thinking about Herb Alpert, last night I couldn't get to sleep, so I watched this an old TV show. I've got a station that shows all TV shows from back in the 50s and 60s. Well, they had an old Ed Sullivan on, and they had Xavier Cugat did his version of Tequila.
Okay.
And it was really good. Yeah, it was really good. And then remember Charo, the one that used to say little tiny girl from Spain. She had blonde hair and she used to go Gucci Goo all the time. You probably remember that, Greek. Charo?
Vaguely.
Charo?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Did she have a big rack?
Yeah, blonde. She's still out there. She's still got great legs, and she's still doing her thing. Still looks the same. Was that her name? Was it Charo? What was her name?
Yeah, Charo, however you pronounce it.
Yeah.
But she came and she was like playing a little classic because she's a really good classical guitar player. She does the Spanish, like the real fast, like flamenco type of guitar playing. And so she sat down after with Tito Fuentes, with Xavier Cugat, and she did this song. It was the strangest thing. She started out with a really fast tempo song, like it was like a flamenco song, and then she started doing like a call of prayer. You know, in the Mideast, somebody gets in a tower and they sing this call of prayer. When they do like the yodeling and they do all that stuff, right? Well, she did that in that fast tempo, and then she sang this song, Shalom Aleichem, in Spain, and with her broken English, and it was the weirdest thing I ever heard, because she was singing a Hebrew song with a Spanish accent in a fast tempo. It was incredibly weird.
That's different. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Evan, always good talking to you. Appreciate it. I'm sure we'll talk all week, and thanks for always tuning into Real Radio.
Yes, and prayers for your mom.
Peace. Thank you very much. Very nice, Evan. It is the Greek and Francis Red Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Center. This place is packed. Oh, my God. You can't get a spot here. There's no doubt about it. Jessica Simpson put a picture up yesterday, and people were saying it doesn't look like her, and just totally not her.
I mean, she looks good. I don't know if a lot of people use filters these days. She looks really good.
She lost a lot of weight.
She's definitely, but she's been thin for a while now. But yeah, I don't know if she got work done, but I think she looks fantastic. And the picture, it sounds like she's working on an album.
Yeah.
And about to release it. That's what she was promoting.
So she's newly single, so she's back on the path. And a lot of people are saying that she just didn't look like her. I don't know. I looked at it. She just looked a little different, but I couldn't say unrecognizable to me anyway. But everybody has a different thing. I think when you post stuff on social media and you've been out of the spotlight for a long time,
I think it might have been a little bit altered, a little bit, but she still looks like herself.
Oh, yeah. She looks great.
Yes.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. We had a couple different things. We told you what teachers do want. The one thing they don't want, which is more important, is liquor. They don't want any liquor from your child, so don't do that. Buy them something like maybe a gift card, poinsettia.
They said they were even happy with a really sweet handwritten note from the child themselves.
Okay.
No
So
ganja.
you can do that as a parent.
No, probably no weed either.
Would you say Dom?
Ganja.
No ganja.
Dom, stop. No, you can't do that. That's
I said
inappropriate.
no.
Oh, I thought you said yes. I was like, that's not appropriate to give a teacher marijuana. Come on, what do you want to do? Get an A? So we had that on the table. Also, do you ever feel like a pain in the ass if one of your coworkers texts you in the morning before you even get there? A lot of therapists say you shouldn't even look at your work email until the day starts, when you're actually at work. It could put you in a bad mood or get you upset. I have some friends, they get emails in the morning, they'll be talking to me driving in, and they're already mad, which isn't good. So you don't want to do that. But if you have an opinion on that, let us know. And also, do you feel like you have to respond to the email? Does
Well,
it
if
feel
you
like,
get paid?
oh, man. Excuse me?
Will you get paid if you respond from home?
No, I don't know what the hell the deal is. I'm just asking you if you get an email.
See?
No, Dom, you won't. You won't, Tom.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking over there.
So speaking of getting paid, this is a really cute story. So this guy, his name is Eddie Rich.
Ooh.
And he decided that he was going to spend some money to buy himself a Santa suit. So the first time Eddie Rich dressed up as Santa, he was doing a neighbor a favor. So it was 1995. His neighbor, they said was like in a cul-de-sac, ran down this guy. They're from Tucker, Georgia, to tell him that the Santa she'd hired for a party suddenly canceled. And she had an empty suit to fill. And so he was like, all right. So he put on the costume, bleached his long beard, and he said when he did, it made him feel like a superhero. So then this became a thing. So this guy ended up purchasing a suit. It started with a Santa suit he bought for $550. That's expensive.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot.
that would have been a very nice Santa suit. Like he wanted to be legit Santa,
That's
right?
expensive.
So yeah, so that's what happened. The guy started with this, and it was all because he said when his neighbor was like freaking out, like, oh my God, my Santa canceled. He was like, yeah, I'll do it for you. 1995. He's 68 now. So he says putting on a costume, bleached his beard, felt amazing. Began his 3-decade side hustle as Santa Claus. So he started just doing local parties. Then they said after that he would do some bigger events. But he thought, he was like, you know what, I have got a really great idea. So Cameo is a platform we've talked about before, and a lot of celebrities are on Cameo where you can purchase them, sending you a greeting or maybe a
Birthday
voicemail
wish.
or a birthday wish. Yeah. So he actually decided that he was going to put himself on Cameo. So his dad, or his son, his name is Chris, is a 32-year-old property manager, and he helped establish his dad on the platform, helped set him up, and he manages his presence there. So get this, they said made roughly that time $52,000, including $14,700 during the week of Christmas.
Okay.
Is what that
Wow.
guy made. 1 week.
Yeah.
So they said that they're poised to perform similar this year. They've made more than $30,000 as of last Friday, and we're not even in Christmas yet, right? So this whole week, that was last Friday with Christmas still to come. They said the father-son duo typically divide the money in a 60-40 split, right? Because dad's doing it, but son's helping him set up. And they said he is a master of his craft, but went from just doing parties and doing a little bit, playing Santa, $125 an hour is what he would do for in-person events, to now probably making, I don't know, they're saying 30 since then. He'll probably clear $60,000 in 2 or 3 weeks.
Wow, that's
Just
amazing.
for doing Cameo Santa.
Woo! 60,000.
Yeah, they said he films up to 20 videos per hour, up to 10 hours per day.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, and if you, he's a pretty legit Santa. He is.
What is
There's no pulling his beard off.
What is his real job? Is it? Is he done now? He's just
I
retired.
don't know because he's 68. So,
So maybe he's
yeah.
retired. That's a nice hustle.
Yep.
Tom, you should think about that.
Oh, yeah, I'll get on it.
Pretending to be Santa. I mean, come on, that's pretty big.
I'll have to get our
You know?
caller, David, to help me out because he's got a good Santa voice.
He does. He really does.
Yeah, he did have a very good Santa voice. Hey, there's a lot of side hustles you could do out there. So he's making $60,000 for 3 weeks.
So here we go. I found Eddie Rich has retired from his full-time career as a supply store manager.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and he said this extra cash in retirement has been very nice.
Wow.
Yes. But
No, that's awesome. I mean, again, if you make a side hustle, $60,000, he's keeping his clothes on. I think that's awesome, especially this time of year. And everybody wants a good Santa, and I'm sure he gets a lot of repeat business. You know what I mean? It's like shoveling snow. You do a good job, they call you back next year. So I'm sure everybody's like, Santa, I'm getting you next year. You're a baller. And any Santa at a party is always fun. I mean, it always is. They walk in, everybody sees them, they're jacked up. You know what I mean? You get
You hope
tips on
so.
the side. Excuse me?
You hope so. You could have a few weird Santas out there.
yeah, absolutely.
Especially
Yeah, but
if a bad Santa shows up.
Well, we're promoting the good ones on this show, not the bad ones. You knucklehead. You don't want any bad Santa. What are we doing, a movie?
Yeah, bad
I think it's
Santa.
nice. Bad Santa. I think it's nice if a Santa shows up at a party for work, or maybe even at a restaurant. Like last night, New York Prime. When I lit the tree, I kept my Santa hat on, and people kept coming up there. Are you Santa? Are you Santa? Get some of the spirit. I think it's good. I'm going to try to get some money this weekend to be Santa. What do you think I can pull down? Maybe a Gino?
I don't know. I mean, you don't have a beard or anything. You don't have the Santa look.
I'm not going to cover his face.
Exactly. So I don't know. I think they want Santa to look like Santa.
I'll start knocking on doors in Palm Beach. If I knock on 20 houses, maybe one will say yes for a Gino. Then I'd be happy. That's like the number. 2,000 is good walking around money, but I'll tell them, you know what, give me a Gino and throw in a Polar coffee and I'll be happy. It's Francis and Greek. And it's been established. Big email today for iHeart. Franny is my boss next year. It's technical. It's in
I
there.
didn't get that email.
Let me go check mine real quick.
Yeah. I don't think it's a thing.
And Dom, we're never going to bring up anything about you on the camera again. Okay, so I just want to tell you can stay off of it to 2025.
Oh, I have it on right now. You're missing it.
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. No,
He's
no.
the one person on right now?
Yeah, no. So you don't have to ever be on the camera again. I just want to make that gin clear. I heard you were bitching about it to people. So for going forward, we're just happy that you're doing a great job. We're not going to put you on the camera. We'll probably get more for the sponsorship, actually, in 2025.
Thanks, G.
Oh, you want to be a little bitch? We're going to slap you. Meow, meow. It is Greek, it is Francis, it is Dominic. Not on camera this year or next. We signed a new deal today. We'll be back in a few minutes from Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. And we are excited for some special guests that are going to be stopping by in a few minutes. We'll talk to you soon.
Guests?
Kidding. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I think some people will disagree here, but it feels to me like dating in 2024 is the most
News junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach accident off to the right shoulder. It's Turnpike South as you approach Okeechobee Boulevard. Look out for delays on Okeechobee Boulevard. It's a wreck at Haverhill Road. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer custom-made faux wood and real wood blinds and shutters, cellular shades, Roman shades, bamboo shades, exterior shades, and more, all at factory direct prices. Don't pay too much for new blinds. Go to Blindster.com.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey, it's the Greek, and football's back. Watch parties, tailgate parties, people come over to the house to watch the game. Well, Tito's Vodka needs to be your quarterback. From the sidelines to the goal line, Tito's Vodka has you covered. This football season, make sure you have plenty of Tito's, and Tito's is on your roster. Pick up a bottle today and enjoy football season, baby. Go Tito's. And even if your team's losing, you're a winner because you got Tito's handmade vodka on your team. Peace.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, West Palm Beach.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man, high five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messingthorpe, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get the 5-year price lock guarantee.
5 years.
It's back, but only for a limited time.
Woo!
Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
All right, we're all set for the party. I've trimmed the tree, hung the mistletoe, and paired all those weird-shaped knives and forks with the appropriate cheeses. And I plugged in the Bartesian.
Bartesian?
It's a home cocktail maker that makes over 60 premium cocktails, plus a whole lot of seasonal favorites, too. I just got it for 50 off. So, how about a Cosmopolitan or a mistletoe margarita?
I'm thirsty.
Watch. I just pop in a capsule, choose my strength, and...
Wow, it's beginning to feel more seasonal in here already.
If your holiday party doesn't have a bartender, then you become the bartender. Unless you've got a Bartesian, because Bartesian crafts every cocktail perfectly in as little as 30 seconds. And I just got it for $50 off.
'Tis the season to be jollier.
Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to Skyrizi and clear skin, count me in. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more. Hey, It's Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace!
Florida's farmers work hard to grow nutritious food for you and your family, and you can help support them by enjoying delicious Fresh from Florida produce. Look for the sunny Fresh from Florida logo where you shop, or visit freshfromflorida.com to learn more.
Real Radio weather.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Carl. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers build in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by PureTalk.com. Stop overpaying for your cell phone plan. Pure Talk gives you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on America's most dependable 5G network. Switch today. Just dial pound 250 and say keyword switch now to save 50% off your first month with Pure Talk.
Your holiday to-do list can be longer than Santa's. Between the shopping, the decorating, kids' concerts, and, oh yeah, keeping the magic alive. iHeartRadio is here to bring the joy to your busy days with commercial-free Christmas stations like iHeart Christmas. Or dozens of playlists so you can pick and match your holiday vibe. Open your free iHeart app and search Holiday to explore stations, playlists, and more.
The Greek Trifecta is sponsored by the Crazy Horse Saloon.
News Junkie is sponsored by FAMU's Mary. Educate, learn, talk.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, it is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Getting ready for the ho-ho-ho action. Remember, all week, if you want to win a contest, we got Panther tickets and New York Prime gift card, which we were there last night for our Christmas party. Francis and Dominic were nice enough to show up, and I appreciate that. We have that all week, and you guys have to give us your Santa Claus impersonation of a ho-ho-ho. And remember, everybody's got a little ho in them. You might have to dig deep in the North Pole, but you will find it. Francis is here.
What's up?
Of course, Dominic is here.
Yo.
Dominic, hot as a firecracker. I'm getting some text messages from people who are saying, because gamblers are like horse. They'll go anywhere. Like, oh, ask who the kid likes. Who the kid likes. It's so funny. That's so funny. Gamblers are like that. Who's he like? Who does he like? He's fire. He's hot. He's hot. And then when you fall off, you suck. Like anything else.
OKC tonight.
Who do you like?
OKC tonight. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma State. Yeah, that is the championship of the in-tournament NBA title, and the Oklahoma City is laying 5. So I would think that is a good bet. Actually, I was at Hard Rock this morning, and my buddy did ask me. It was, who's the kid like? And I told him last night you had Minnesota, so he knew that. It's time for a Greek Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Greek Trifecta.
I will run right into that. Tonight is the championship of the in-game tournament. The NBA came up with that last year. The Lakers won it. And tonight is Oklahoma City -5 over the Milwaukee Bucks. So that should be a good game. It definitely has some interest. I'm not a big fan of this, but you know what? Sports fans are. The NBA likes it, and they're making money with it. So we'll continue on. There was Monday Night Football last night, and there was 2 games going in. They didn't seem to be great games, and I think when they played out, they weren't great games. But you did have the Falcons winning against the Raiders, and a messy game. Interceptions, block extra points, block field goals, but the Falcons held on to win 15-9. And in most places, they were 5.5, so they covered. And then the Vikings ended up winning. Jefferson scored a touchdown. He had a nice thing for Randy Moss. Randy Moss, if you've not heard, Hall of Famer who is now fighting cancer. So all our best wishes out to Randy Moss, and hopefully he heals and gets on the path. He is retired right now. He stepped away from broadcasting because he's fighting cancer, so we hope the buzz for Randy Moss. And hockey last night, the Panthers ended up winning 6-5 as they beat the Oilers. So the Panthers on Real Radio all season long. Don't forget that. They are the champs. So stick out your chest and get a lap dance on us because the Panthers are home of Real Radio. Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats, where we're at today, Deerfield Beach at the Cove Shopping Center. Stop down here. You'll have a great time. You'll enjoy the food and the atmosphere. Pollard Coffee Bar, stop down any day of the week. They are open 7 days a week.
So we do have Anthony on the line. You want to talk to Anthony, G-Man?
Sure. Anthony?
Hey, what's up, G-Man?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, how you doing, G?
I'm doing good. I think I'll be doing a little bit better in probably the next 20 minutes, but I'm doing very good now.
Why? Someone's coming over?
I have an elf stopping by to see me. And,
here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
So I'm sure I'll have a little bit bigger smile on my face. I mean, I smile every day just having this job and working with Franny, but I only get Franny for 4 hours a day, and then after that, it's Depression City. What's going on?
Is she a blonde or brunette?
Really? Around the holidays? You're going to ask me if it's a blonde or brunette?
All right, no, you're not.
Blondes are great, by the way. I have her favorite. It's brunettes. Dark hair, the whole thing. That's just something I like. But blondes are fine. So
Is it Molly?
Is it who?
Molly, your best friend. Is she the one showing up?
No. I don't think. I think Molly's a little out of my league, to be honest with you.
Aww.
Yeah, you got to be honest. I mean, you got to shooter's got to shoot, but Molly's a little out of my league. I mean, she's dating ball players and millionaires. I mean, what's she gonna do with me? I make $9 an hour.
No one believes that.
I have a Schwinn bike. What's up, Anthony?
How would it work out? Like, would you make the commute back to LA and Florida for her or no?
For Molly, I think she does the show in New York. But if you're asking me would I jump on a plane to bang her, yeah. Done it before, so if that's the question, Your Honor.
I know you're not.
I would make her fly me private, though. I'm not flying commercial. I make her go ETA Jets. I would tell her it's one of my sponsors. You got to pay up. I got to make sure everybody eats, Molly.
I know you're not in basketball mode right now, but crazy game last night. Did you catch the Nuggets game?
Yeah, 130-129. Have some. Was that the final score?
I had the Nuggets ML last night, money line. First quarter break, they were up 21. And I just thought this was a rocking chair, but it's the easiest bet of my life. Third quarter, it's a tie game. I started looking for the rosary. Fourth quarter, minute and change left, Suns up 9. I said, blank this, I'm going to sleep. There's no way they're going to Nuggets come back from that. Up 21. And
it's never over till it's over. Especially in basketball, you know that.
I woke up this morning, the book that I use, they send me a text every time or alert every time I get a winner. And it was like Christmas morning. I just couldn't believe it.
That's the best. There's two things in the morning that are great. You wake up in the morning and the girl next to you says, last night was free. And you go to bed and you didn't know the end of a score and you end up winning. That's a great feeling, too.
Oh, yeah. They were up down 10 and then they're coming back. There's no answer for the joke on the Nuggets. Nobody got an answer for him. 18.
Yeah, no, that's great. I'm glad you won. What are you getting your girlfriend for Christmas?
Oh, I got her it was a pretty expensive gift. Franny probably would know what this is. And, but she deserves it. She's a good girl. She doesn't act for anything. She doesn't like anything, too fancy. The Dyson, the hair thing.
Oh yeah, that thing is nice. It's expensive. Yeah, that's nice. It's a nice gift. It's a hair dryer, but it's good. It's like top of the line.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. She doesn't like expensive things. Keep her in that league. You'll be better off.
Yeah, she don't like jewelry or purses or anything like that. So I got her something that she can actually use every day.
Yeah, that's a nice gift.
Very practical. That's very nice of you.
Yeah. Oh, you like the Thunder tonight? That's the game plan?
I didn't hear that last comment. I'm sorry.
Yes, if you like the Thunder tonight.
I know Dominic does, and he's hot. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it's a championship game. The Thunder's got the best defense in the league, so if they stop the Greek Freak, that's it. Then Milwaukee's done. The Thunder have a better team, and they play great defense. So I guess go with the Thunder.
All right.
It's not a pick. It's just a thought. It's not a pick. I'm not putting it out there.
All right. Franny, you're beautiful, Greek. I told you this many times. My first son, his name's going to be Greek. And Dom, good luck with that guy.
Thanks.
Thanks, Anthony.
Too kind. We're at Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. Oh, man, what a nice cup I got here. This is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, I love their logo.
They made it. She ended up getting the cinnamon honey latte. But how pretty is it? They even do the design like they do a cappuccino, that nice little beautiful leaf on there.
Oh, that's cute.
Fancy.
I would have liked the G, but I don't want to push it.
Oh, my gosh.
877 827-6969.
So we are at a place where you can get some wonderful drinks. They have coffee, they have iced coffee, they even have teas, all kinds of stuff. That's hibiscus drink. They have gelatos, they have food, all the things. But if you are in the mood for booze, then I'm going to tell you the drinks you should not order.
When you're out.
Because they say, man, these are kind of a pain in the ass to make. Now I will say, I'm a bartender, and I also will say I am guilty of ordering these drinks.
Now, before we start, I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
As a bartender, has there ever been drinks people order that are a pain in the ass to make, and you try to discourage them, especially if it's late? Like, what is a drink that's a pain in the ass?
Well, okay, mojitos are not fun, but the thing with a mojito that's such a pain in the ass, I don't mind making a couple if y'all order them at the same time.
Yeah.
But if you're sitting like at an outside bar, which I used to work at a tiki bar, and one person sees them, it's one of those drinks that then everyone's like, oh, I want one, I want. So then you're just muddling. You're in muddle hell is what you're doing. Same thing with layered frozen drinks too, especially if you only have one blender, because then you have to make one thing, pour it, you have to make another thing. So there are certain things that are a pain in the ass. These days, espresso martinis are super popular, and I am one who enjoys one too.
Even
so
guys like them.
I can't. Yeah, everybody does. So I'm guilty of ordering these, but I will make sure, and that's what I tell people too. Because a lot of people, the same thing, if you're in a group and they're like, oh, do you want something to drink? I order something. Like, no, I'm good now. And then the girl comes back with my espresso martini. You're like, you know what? I'll take one too. Do yourself a solid. If those are kind of pain in the ass drinks, and you know they are, and you think you might want it, and your friend orders it, just get the order in all at the same time. It makes it so much easier for them, because that's them going back and forth and just having it. And especially a lot of restaurants make the espresso fresh too, so it can be kind of a pain in the ass. But these are, according to bartenders, not me, other ones out there, they say, listen, we're going to make it because this is our job, but it's kind of the pain in the ass for us to make. And I think a lot of these things like mojitos, espresso martinis have made the list. But even they say one of the top things here was just martinis in general.
Really?
Which, guilty. I mean, I don't mind making them, especially if it's a simple dirty or vodka or gin martini.
Was that James Bond's biggest drink?
He loved a martini. Yes, he did.
So James Bond,
shaken, not stirred.
Yeah, so
right?
James Bond comes in your bar, I'll be like, James, don't order a martini.
Yeah. So they say that, signature cocktails from other bars, a lot of iconic cocktails originated at one bar before becoming a household name, right? You can safely order a Negroni or a Sazerac anywhere, but they say steer away from ordering a bar's like niche cocktail if you've been somewhere, right? And you're like, oh, I really like this cocktail that this restaurant makes, and this is what do you know what's in it? We're like, no, because it's not our signature cocktail.
Yeah.
Bartenders say we hear it all the time, and especially because some restaurants create their own names for drinks.
Okay.
And so I've had it where people are like, oh, do you know what's in this? I'm like, absolutely not. Look it up. It's not in any kind of recipe on Google. And they look at you like, oh, well, how good are you? Like, why are you even here? But elaborate martinis is on there too. They say some produce a high volume espresso, lychee, porn star martini. I don't even know what the hell's in a porn star martini.
Wow, porn star martini. What the hell can that drink do?
To meet the demand, yes.
Sounds like a Diddy drink.
Sounds like a dude. He said.
A Diddy drink.
A Diddy drink.
Oh God.
And so that's the thing. Like, it may look simple, but don't be fooled. There's a lot of things, especially make a good martini. A lot of people like them bruised, which means a little iced up, so you're shaking a lot. And the second you make one, as I mentioned, you're signing yourself up for a mini marathon of shaking coffee goodness espresso martinis, because you order one and suddenly everyone at the table or everyone at the bar wants one. It happens all the time. So just like get ready for that. These are according to bartenders. This too, layered shots. High volume bars, these complicated drinks can slow your bartending down. And so if you're out there and you want them to make these layered shots, they're like, it's not going to happen.
What about that drink where they smoke it? What is that called?
Well, there's different kinds, like a smoked old fashioned.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass or no?
It takes time.
Okay.
Because the old fashioned itself is a little bit of time, because a little bit. And then you add the smoking, and it depends on what kind of machine you have, too. Whatever kind of smoking apparatus you have for there, but they're very popular. People want their Manhattans smoked these days. And I've seen smoked margaritas with mezcal. I've seen all kinds of stuff.
And Greek, it's not your cigar smoke.
No, it is not.
No, I've seen a lot of places make it, and I know a couple of my friends like it. I never really knew what it was about.
Yeah.
And then I saw a different one too, with the big cubes that are in some of them.
Yeah, old fashions.
Yeah. So I just didn't know.
They have on here, I mentioned mojitos. Just like layering cocktails, muddling ingredients in a glass or shaker only adds another step. That can disrupt that fast-paced bar rhythm, right? They're like, sure, it's just rum, lime, mint, sugar, soda water, not a big deal. But a lot of people slap their mint too.
What do you do?
So they slap their mint to get the oils out, but a lot of people, yeah. And then you do. You have to muddle, and it can be somewhat time consuming. I know a lot of people cheat and they infuse their simple syrup with mint, so they don't have to do as much muddling because it already has that mint flavor. This, which I've only worked out one restaurant that does it, but an egg white cocktail. So if you're like, well, what is that? A lot of margaritas will put egg whites in it because it actually will make it frothy.
Mm-hmm.
Egg whites do. But if you look, a lot of places that have that mixology, some of their cocktails will have egg white in it because you shake it vigorously and it does. It makes it real frothy. So try not to do that. The one thing I'm surprised it's not on here is frozen drinks. But I know a lot of days, unless you're at a tiki or a bar on the water, a lot of restaurants don't make them. Or now they have those machines they're already ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of these drinks, like you said, I don't know, like bartenders get mad, but do you think people don't pick up on it, that they get pissed? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, God, you got to order this now. I know at the end of the night, some people don't like when people are trying to get out of there, closing time and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it's late or whatever, but it's not. But we always tell everybody our blender's broken.
Yeah. So, you just tell them the blender's broken? You're so brutal.
It's broken.
And the
We've already cleaned it.
Yeah.
We're like, it's broken.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's broken till tomorrow.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
broken till tomorrow. How about opening champagne? Is that a pain in the ass?
Not for me. I mean, you got to know what you're doing. I mean, I've seen people who are new at it or never bartended before and almost took people's eyes out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be careful.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you want to get involved. We got a lot of things about Christmas you can bring up. We were telling you some political correct things to say when you get gifts, or maybe some things to do. You don't want to show somebody you're not happy, or you know what, you're like, man, why'd you get that for me? We also talked about some coworkers, things that annoy you, emails before you get to work. Now, if your boss does, you really can't say anything to him. But coworkers, does that annoy you if one of your coworkers is on there emailing your boss and putting you on there? And also, we had anything with the holidays. If you guys want to get involved, and give us a call or text us at Real Radio 47142, or you could call us at 877-927-6969. Greek Gridiron is going on this week at the Crazy Horse. We did find out now that I have 9 people in conclusion. Man, that is getting
9
crazy.
people who have beat the Greek.
Yeah,
this
so
Gridiron season.
Yeah, this is the giving season. So just so everybody's gin clear, we'll have another one Friday, and then we will pick the winner the second week of January. Okay? That's when we'll get the winner, and then we'll let you guys know.
Are we going to be anywhere on location doing this? Do you know?
We might be.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what my therapist says. But we might be on location. If not, we'll film it like we always do.
Okay.
And like we did last year, and there'll be a winner. But last year, like I said, we had 4 people. This year we got 9, so I'm very surprised about that. I got to end on a strong note, just like the bedroom. So hopefully I can win Friday at Crazy Horse Saloon. So stop by Crazy Horse on Friday if you want to play. It's your last chance for this season to beat me in Greek's Gridiron. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call if you guys want to get involved. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Panther tickets all week except one day. We're going to give you a chance to get a gift card to New York Prime. That's where we were last night, having dinner and celebrating the Penthouse. Dominic and Francis were nice enough to stop by.
You're nice enough to invite us. It was very nice dinner. It was wonderful.
Now, you guys are the best, and we had a very good time. Pick up a gift card this holiday season for one of your friends at New York Prime. They'll be very happy with it. We give them away all year long, but you'll definitely be happy if you can give it to one of them. And then we'll see about being back at Strikes in January. We'll find out if we're going to do any shows in January for the NFL playoffs. And before you know it, the big game will be here, the Super Bowl. So Dominic does like Oklahoma tonight, correct, Dominic? In
Yes,
the
sir.
NBA championship?
Yes, I do.
Oklahoma. What are they laying, 5?
Yeah, I believe it was 5 points last I checked.
Well, if you like the favorite, like I always tell you, bet that now, because that could go up. And then we got the big bowl games this weekend.
Are those games going to be in Greek's Gridiron?
Gridiron?
Yeah.
Yes, all 4 of them are going to be in.
Cool. I was just checking if it's more of a college-based.
Yeah, we're going to do 4 college games, the big playoff games this week, and a couple pros.
I believe the Boca Bowl.
Oh, the Boca
is
Bowl.
tomorrow.
Ooh, Boca Bowl.
That's happening tomorrow if you're interested.
Oh, thank God you told me.
in
I stay off
watching
plates.
the Boca Bowl.
Western Kentucky versus James Madison.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's the Boca Bowl tomorrow? Wow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Yeah.
I think I bet the over in that in a pool. I didn't realize that was the Boca Bowl.
I did see that. We talked about it this morning, Jason and I, on the Gator, but it looks like that the FAU Stadium approved a new, a sponsor. Let me see. They got naming rights. It's a $22.5 million deal, but it's for 15 years.
Wow.
I'm trying to see if I can find it. It is Flagler Credit Union Stadium is what it's going to be.
Wow.
So, yeah, they just
big
they
cash.
just struck a deal with them.
Good job for them. That's a cool stadium. Dom, you've been there, right, or no?
Yeah, a few times this
cool.
year.
It's a very nice stadium.
I've never been. I've heard great things about it. I haven't been, but yeah, they say 30,000. I think that stadium holds.
I'm not sure. I don't know if it's that
probably
much,
close.
but I'm not sure. But it's a nice stadium. It's right in the middle of the campus. They've done a great job with that campus. And FAU a couple of years ago got big props when they went all the way to the Final Four with that basketball team. And their enrollment, like every school, went up tremendously. Kids want to be down here. It's a great place to go to school. They should buy a commercial, but FAU, great place to go to school.
A university, buy a commercial.
Buy a commercial,
I
guys.
have a feeling the kids are going to, they know where they want to go.
My good buddy
They'll figure it out.
Sanchez, who played there at FAU,
Yes.
was a starting forward years ago. So hats off to FAU and to Sanchez. Sanchez, you bought commercials, you're cool. FAU, buy some commercials. It is the Greek, it is Francis, and Dominic. We're at Pollard Coffee Bar. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
What's a Real Radio podcast? It's Real Radio on demand. Find your favorite show at realradio921.com. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach crash on the Turnpike southbound approaching Okeechobee Boulevard. It is off to the right shoulder. You might find a delay there. And we have an accident Okeechobee Boulevard at Haverhill Road. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Blindster is a family-run business that began in 2010, and we've sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters and received over 100,000 five-star reviews. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Hey, it's the Greek, and it's Monroe's in Palm Beach, 7 days a week. The beautiful girls are there with a 5-star menu and great entertainment. And Monday night, I can't think of a better place to watch Monday Night Football. Drink specials all night long. If your team loses, you're still a winner. Why? Because you got one of the beautiful ladies at Monroe's in Palm Beach. If you want the hottest ladies, they're only at one place, and that is Monroe's in Palm Beach. Take it from your boy. Monday Night Football, stop in. You're a winner no matter what the score is. Peace.
Cheerio and happy holidays to all. We Brits do two things particularly well. Celebrate the Yuletide and make a fantastic cocktail. And now doing both the proper way is simpler with Bartesian. Whether your desire is a holiday-spiced old-fashioned by the Yule log or a Clausmopolitan for sipping with your besties, just pop in a capsule, select your strength, push the button, and you're off. Hurry now, old chap, as they're $50 off. Add holiday flavor to every celebration with Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Hey, it's Greek. Tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. Single Care works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check Single Care to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's Greek for Game Day Men's Health. Christmas time is right around the corner. I got something for you. Mention Greek at your appointment and receive 1 free month of vitamin injections.
That's a $99 value, baby.
And it's on your boy. I'll be your elf and your secret Santa. Go to their website today, trygameday.com, to find locations close to you. You want to get in the game? You want to feel back to when you were 25 and in the energy you once had? Go to Game Day Men's Health. They'll do everything for you. Happy holidays from Game Day Men's Health. And from your boy to Greek, I'm your secret Santa on this one, baby. Trygameday.com. Peace.
Here's what's happening with the weather on Real Radio.
From the Gordon Partners Weather Center, have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Kroll. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers build in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
You've been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Having a great day. We're at Pilar Coffee, nice streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove. So stop down here. You'll love the coffee. And I'm going to have lunch after the show. And we're excited about it. But you guys stop down. They're open 7 days a week. You'll start your mornings off with some Pilar Coffee like I do. Or you can just enjoy the rest of the day and enjoy their menu. Franny's in the house.
Uh-oh. Cops are here.
Cops are here. Oh, God.
What'd you do, Greg?
I don't know.
Ruh-roh.
And Dominic's here. I've never been in a cop car in my life, and I'm very proud of that.
Okay.
Knock on wood.
Huh.
Why
would I? Well, you know, kind of surprised.
It pays way
I've
out.
never been in a cop car.
I'm just kidding.
I've never been in a cop car.
I know you don't do anything illegal except for gambling and prostitution.
That's not really illegal. Thank you for all you do, by the way.
Yes, it is. Was, by the way.
Oh, that's
unless you're on the Hard Rock Bet app. Yeah.
That's right. That's not illegal. Okay, and buying somebody something as a gift for exchanging a friendship is not illegal either in this country.
Exchanging a friendship.
Of sex, it is.
Did you not hear? Oh, hey, you know what? I have a bunch of I have a story in Florida that will tell you different. Ready for some Florida stories? Hi, Dom.
Hey. And here's Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida? I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
All right, so yeah, let's start with this one. So 5 prostitutes got arrested after in West Palm Beach.
Now, what is that,
It's
technically?
Prostitution, world's oldest profession. And you know what? Maybe it should be legal, but it's not here, at least
If
not in
I
West
run
Palm
for
Beach.
governor, I'm going to make it
Yes,
legal.
and it's been an ongoing challenge that the police are determined to tackle. Last month, they arrested about 11 Johns in a sting at West Palm. This time, they went for the women themselves. They arrested 5 in a single day. West Palm Beach police officers went undercover, posing as potential customers in known hotspots across the city. This one in particular was Broadway and 48th Streets. And they said by the end of the day, 5 women were in custody, and now they are facing felony charges. They said that one of the undercover cops offered $20 for sexual favors.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, why not? I'll take it.
It's a little low. She needs a little help in negotiating.
$20.
I gotta be honest with you, 20
I mean,
bucks.
I'll show you what they look
I'm
like.
gonna say hi for 20 bucks.
Yes, they said Friday's operation in North End follows recent sting operations, as I mentioned. They said in total, West Palm Beach has made over 100 prostitution-related arrests this year alone.
That's not a lot, though, for a whole year.
You think?
I thought a
I mean,
weekend.
I didn't know how many are out there. 100?
Thousands.
All
Are you
right.
kidding me?
Okay.
I don't think 100 arrests in a year is a lot.
Yeah, but you're doing undercover. I don't know. I don't know, G-Man. I don't know much about it. You know way more than I do. So
I don't know
yeah.
anything about
Yeah.
it. It's a show. I don't know
It
anything.
is a show.
It's a show.
Hold on.
Franny has to say hi to somebody. She has a lot. We'll just hang out. She has a lot of fans here. A lot of fans.
Beautiful as always.
Yeah, very attractive.
Sorry.
I'm a little surprised. I gotta be honest with you.
All right. Okay. I'm back at it.
drove an hour.
I'm back at it. All right. The next up in your What the Florida, we have an incident that happened right at the Boca Raton Town Center Mall at the Saks Fifth Avenue. A couple guys went in. They're like, you know what?
Stay out of my store.
Nobody's going to notice that I'm showing up with giant Santa Claus bags, and I'm just going to be stuffing them with they said clothes is what it was. 2 men, one named Kevin Camacho, the other one was Oscar de la Cruz of Lauderhill and Miami. They went in, and that's what they did. They had these big Santa bags, and one of the loss prevention officers watched them take them, head down toward the men's department, load them, what they said, with various clothing items. So after exiting the department store, they said that they fled, and then the loss prevention officer attempted to stop them. So the guys heard them. They dropped the bag. What was the point now? Because you got arrested now. You have nothing to show for it. Just kidding. With the stolen items.
Franny's like, you got to get something out of
Yeah,
it.
all right. So the loss prevention retrieved the bag. They said it was about $6,000. But what he did notice is that there was a second bag inside that was lined with aluminum foil, and that helps defeat the anti-shoplifting devices. And I hope I'm not giving people ideas, because who knew?
Yeah, but if they see it, they see it. What the hell's aluminum foil going to do? They see it, you put it in your
of course,
bag.
but they're not making a scene with
Yeah.
everything beeping and going off
Oh,
and stuff.
the stuff's still on there. I get what you're saying. Yeah. But you shouldn't be stealing anyway. Instead of
Well, of
Saks and
course.
Boca. Come on.
Yes.
You got enough headaches.
So they said they did split up when they were running. One got apprehended by, they say, the plainclothes officer, and the other by a tactical team, and of course booked for grand retail theft and possession of an anti-shoplifting device and obstructing an officer is what they had on there. I have a feeling, it's the holidays. We're going to have a lot of wackadoos, a lot of stealing going on. Then next up, we're going to move to the Villages, where a drunk driving suspect caused $4,000 in damage to a homeowner's yard. That's a lot of damage to
How
a yard.
much?
$4,000.
Ooh, mingada.
So
Break a Santa?
Bradley Seymour is now facing charges of driving under the influence and a few other things. So this guy took a crazy ride through a yard of a home, leaving behind part of his truck's bumper behind, according to the arrest report. After hearing the commotion, the homeowner went out and found him in his pickup truck in his backyard. The homeowner later told police that the Seymour guy had been slurring his words, appeared very intoxicated. The homeowner told Seymour that he was going to call 911 to go get him some help, prompting him to put the truck in gear, drive it back through the yard, damaging it even more, and then fleeing. While officers were surveying the damage with the homeowner, a second officer radioed in to report finding a man passed out behind the wheel of a pickup truck that matched the pickup truck this guy was in. It was apparent that obviously he had been drinking. A piece of his bumper was found at the home that matched the piece of the bumper missing from this truck, and an open bottle of Kettle One vodka was found in the truck. Yes. So,
Kettle One. Boo.
He refused to provide a breath sample and told police that, I just want to go to sleep. Is what he said. And they're like,
I'm burnt out.
Well, you could go to sleep at Lake County Jail after we book you. And that's exactly what they did. And that is your What the Florida.
Great job, Franny. We do it twice a show. We do it at 11:05 and 105. Florida stories. You guys are nice enough out there to give them to us. And there's always a ton.
Aaron Rodgers is a guy who people just, whatever reason, they don't like him based on a lot of things he says, things he does. The New York situation has not worked out, where a lot of people thought it was going to be, smashing success, and he was going to lead the Jets to the Super Bowl or at least the playoffs, but he's not. Dom, has your views changed on Rodgers since the last year? Not the first year when he got hurt, but do you see why so many people dislike him for whatever reason? Or do you think it's because he's out there so much on, media and podcasts and stuff?
My view, I mean, I don't dislike him, but I just you expected him to be doing better, especially after all the things that have changed for that Jets team. They got rid of the head coach. They got Devontae Adams. They basically did everything he wanted, and still it's not good enough.
Yeah, Rodgers has not had a bad season, though. Let's not put all the blame on him. But a lot of his stuff in his Netflix special showed him different ways. He's had problems with his family for years where he didn't talk to them. A couple things with a couple of his ex-girlfriends. But he seems to be the number one target. Even on the four-letter network, they go after him strong. They really do. They always slam him. Now, he's out there a lot.
I was going to say, but he's on the four-letter network all the time.
Well, he's on one of the shows.
Yeah,
which a lot of people do bring up, Francis, that people say, hey, he's on your station, and you slam him all the time. But I think some of the things he says are a little bit out there, and he's not winning. So when you're not winning, you're going to open yourself up to getting slammed. If he was winning and the Jets were, 11-2 and they were in the playoffs, a lot of this would go by this. Nobody would really care. But he does seem to be the number one villain in the NFL. And this is a guy who won the MVP 4 times, was very quiet in Green Bay, and he was in Green Bay. And it does show you the markets, how it changes. Because I think he was basically the same person in Green Bay, but nobody really paid attention to him. Podcasts are bigger now, and he's out there all the time. But he's the number one guy that people just seem to go after and to slam. Easy target. But again, I still think he's a good quarterback. Is he what he once was? No, he's not. And I think the injury he never came back from that injury. 877-927-6969. You can join the show. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. We're talking a lot of holiday stuff, about gifts, what to give teachers. Franny talked about pain in the ass drinks that people make. But if you have anything to add on any of that stuff, let us know. And Christmas parties are this week, probably none next week. And remember, if you're 50-50 on going to your Christmas party, go. And if you don't go, don't put yourself on social media on something else you shouldn't be doing. A buddy of mine didn't go to his Christmas party, told everybody he was sick.
Oh, and he went somewhere else? Oh, yeah.
He was at a Panther game.
What? Oh, all right. But he posted on social media that he was there.
Yeah.
Well, that's on him.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to your holiday party, take a knee. Don't get on social media. Those are things you do. We talk about not drinking. Don't leave. Don't get there late. Don't leave too early. There's always an appropriate time to leave.
Right? Listen, Kettle.
I'm not saying do what I do.
Pot calling.
I have different rules than everybody else.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Greg has his own rules. He tells us that we have to stay there the whole time and don't be late, but then he leaves an hour and a half before it's over.
Yeah, but you guys were, you're in relationships. It's different. I was.
John was by himself.
Were you? I thought you were.
Oh, Greg.
Oh, Greg.
You didn't want to bet on freaking hermit crabs?
No, I didn't want to bet on hermit crabs. I didn't know what was going on with that. Actually, I did win.
Yeah.
And the company owes me money.
You had to be there in order to get your prize. It's not one of those things.
Oh, it should be if you win, you win.
You would have got your little trophy, too.
Yeah, you had to be there.
Oh, really? A trophy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. I got screwed again. My God. Thanksgiving Day. I had Thanksgiving on the day we were on location. But I loved it because they did say that was on purpose. Because I thought it should have been on a Thursday. Because Thanksgiving's on a Thursday. I spoke to the manager and he said, no, we're going to do a Friday, Greek. We're going to screw it. I said, all right, no problem. Dom, you did say the turkey was good that day.
Oh, yeah. Really good. Sandy James hooked it up again.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yeah, no, you did say that. You said the turkey was awesome. It is the Penthouse, and we're live at Pollard Coffee Bar in I Street. Stop down here. You guys will definitely love the food and the coffee, and you'll enjoy yourself. And it's a good way to kick off the holidays. Maybe give somebody a gift card for here. Gift cards are always a good bet. Some people feel like you put a gift card's not good if that's the only gift for your significant other. That's not good. If it's one of things, that's fine. But if that's the only thing, it's not good because it shows no effort. Then you're just throwing a gift card at them.
Yeah, I mean, I think also we talk about gift cards. Visa gift cards are great, whatever, cash. People love that stuff. But I think it's thoughtful too, especially if it's a coworker or friend, if you pay attention. And as you mentioned, for this place, you think about like what is their favorite restaurant, or a lot of people don't even think about it. And I think it's great. I've gotten it before. Publix gift cards.
Yeah.
Groceries have been a little pricey these days.
Yeah, that is good.
So stuff that you don't think about, and because normally be like, well, I don't know if that's a great gift. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's awesome too. So if you don't know what to get somebody, you hear a lot of people say that this week. I don't know what to get so-and-so or this one. Gift card is a good place. Publix is good. You know what? Everybody goes to Publix. So that is a good one. But they should buy a commercial too. 877.
They advertise on all our stations.
I don't care what they do on other stations.
He wants to endorse them.
No, I don't care what they do on other stations. We're the only station.
They're on our stations too.
Okay, good job. They're the only station. We're the only one who
God.
promotes our other sister stations. When we do
How do you know you're not listening to them?
because I know they don't do it. I know they don't. You think
we Jason and I promote Real Radio
do you
on the
promote
Gator.
Greek Gridiron? No.
No, but we promote Real Radio.
Yeah, we should promote events like we do. That's all right. We're nicer. It's fine.
Whatever.
Okay. Conor McGregor. Do you think he's going to fight Logan Paul? They're talking about him fighting him for big money. Man, he says he's going to kick his ass if they did fight. We're talking about him with the UFC. But how do you think that fight would go down, Dom? Because you're the big UFC guy.
Is this strictly boxing?
They haven't said anything. They just said it's been floated out there for a couple of their camps about Conor McGregor. He hasn't fought, like a year and a half since he broke his leg?
Oh, I think it's even longer than that now.
2 years?
Yep. And I would say probably, I would side on the Paul side if this is boxing, just because he's going to have so much weight on him. Conor only weighs like 180, 170, maybe 180 walking around. They might pick a weight, though, for the fight.
Yeah, I would say, right? They have to be around the same weight.
Yeah, Conor, I didn't even think he was that heavy. I thought he was like 165, 170. I don't know. But he said maybe if they would do it in boxing, yeah. But Logan Paul would have definitely, I would assume, a reach on him.
Reach, size, everything on him, power.
It would be an interesting fight, though. I mean, again, he would sell out.
Oh, I'm sure it'd be one of those Saudi Arabia princes that would pay out all the money for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing with the public. Like, even after the Tyson fight, and everybody felt they got screwed, and they did, and it was tanked, and they did, people would still sign up again to see McGregor and Logan Paul again. They just would. It's like an accident. Like they talk about when people drive past an accident, they got to stop. I think people would check that out.
Oh, yeah,
and
for
I think
sure.
Just as many people want to see him lose as it does win. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like they want to see this kid go down because they feel like, he's cocky, arrogant, the things he says.
They're both cocky and arrogant.
Yeah, oh yeah. But McGregor's different, I think, because he's a champ. I mean, he was in UFC. Logan, and he's fought a lot of big guys in UFC. There's no, and he helped UFC actually as a personality, really put them on a map.
Oh, for
Not
sure.
that they weren't big, but he was definitely a name that, first name I think that came across with me, obviously with Mayweather, but he's a big name. He definitely is. And there's been great fighters I know. UFC guys have been awesome, but McGregor, I think, was the first one who really broke through mainstream.
Yeah, like
Would
him.
you agree or no?
Him, I would say Ronda Rousey's another one for the females.
100.
Yeah.
She was like right. I think she was even before Conor. She was in stardom, and then also Brock Lesnar, just because he's also done some movies and WWE now.
Yeah, you're right about Ronda. She definitely has. I mean, as a female, and she's been in a lot of movies, and people know who she is. If you say her name, people know.
Oh yeah,
No doubt about
she brought a lot of females to the sport too.
Did you ever see her fight in person?
No, that was early, way early. That was like what 2016. She was fighting.
Yeah, now you were telling me last night, actually, when we were hanging out, that there's going to be a big UFC fight. Where's that going to be?
I believe where the Clippers play, that new stadium they built for the Clippers.
Oh, wow. That's right. You did tell me that. That is going to be cool.
Yep. Lots of good fights that night. I think there's 2 championship fights, and yeah, that's going to be a really good one.
Now you're going to try to go out for that?
Yeah, I think it's January. It's like the 17th.
All right. Well, I hope you get out there, brother. Did you get your Orange Bowl passes yet?
Not yet. I'm still waiting on that confirmation.
Is that going to be Georgia or no? We don't know.
It can be if they win out. Yeah, they would be there.
Yeah, so we got the Sugar Bowl coming up. We just don't know who we're playing at.
Oh, so then they won't be in the Orange Bowl. Or the Orange Bowl's the semifinals?
Yeah,
correct?
it's the semifinals.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe they will be down here.
Yeah, so we are playing. The Sugar Bowl is on, I thought so. It's on the 1st, January 1st. Remember we were going back and forth with that?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then January 9th, I believe, is the Orange Bowl. And that is the semifinals. And then I believe the finals is January 20th. So January 9th, Franny, let me know if George is in there. I have a friend of mine who has a box and invited me.
Oh, that's very nice.
And,
Yeah, I've been to the Orange Bowl the past couple years, and it's fun. It's a good time.
Well, if George is in there, maybe
Yeah.
I'll say I'm sick and you can go. This way you don't have to go with me. It'd be awesome. 877-927-6969. We're at Ballard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats. And Deerfield Beach. Different place for us today, and we're having a good time and enjoying ourselves. So, guys, get down here and try it in the Cove Shopping Center, and it is crowded, no doubt about it. Dating for 2025, article that was in one of the magazines said people are not going to look for the perfect match. They're going to look for somebody that they can enjoy life with, understand there's not going to be a perfect match, but also have common goals. How important do you think having common goals are for a relationship? Franny?
I think it's extremely. I said if you want it long term,
yeah,
it's very important.
Not for the night.
Yeah, no, very much so. Do you both want to be married? Do you both want kids? I mean, yes, it's extremely important to have common goals.
Dom,
you
what
gotta
about
be on
you?
the same page.
Yeah,
you gotta be on the same page. Like she said, do you want kids? Do you want to be married? Another important one is, do you like dogs?
Yeah, I'm with you on that too. G-Man doesn't care.
Yeah, I know, G-Man doesn't
He's like
care.
dogs, cats. I don't care.
I don't care.
Whatever.
I mean, forget it. If you got a cat, I don't like a ton of I can't handle 3-4 cats. There was a girl at one time I was going out with, super hot, beyond belief, but she had 4 cats, and I was just like, oh my god, isn't there enough blank here? I mean, 4 cats was a lot.
Fill in the blank.
Fill in the blank. But believe me, 4 or 5 dogs, that's a lot. If somebody has 4 or 5 dogs.
I got a lot of dogs, so no, I have 3 of them.
It's not a deal breaker. I just said I didn't say it was a deal breaker. I just said it was a lot. Conversation.
We have 47142. I just checked the text line. I have it in front of me, so if you want to text, you're absolutely able to. Says the Jets have always had this bad habit of signing players that were at the peak or past their prime.
Yep.
They won't see a winning season until they understand that they need to build a team, not a trophy case.
I agree.
That's what we have on the text line. And then somebody wanted to let us know that in Marathon in the Keys, they have a yearly celebration where the events is baby barracuda racing, and you can gamble on it. They probably said that because we have the hermit crab racing.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to gamble on
I have
that.
a feeling baby barracuda is a bit more exciting and fast-paced than hermit crabs.
Yeah, that was a very unique situation.
My hermit crab did not move, did not get out of its shell, and then when it did, it was a monster.
Yeah.
Me and our girl Susan Strasser, she thought her hermit crab was dead.
Yeah.
My husband was so mad at her crab. I'm like, dude, it's just a crab. It'll be fine. There was 15 heats, I think, races.
Yeah.
I don't even know if mine ever made it out of the little circle that they initial.
It was definitely different. I was never at a Christmas party where there was a hermit crab race.
On his side the whole time.
I think Greek won the 13th or 14th race.
Okay.
It was different.
Yeah, my crab was a loser.
You're so funny.
He sucks. I even gave him a cute name. I thought it was this is a strong name. I called him the crustacean sensation.
Years ago, I was involved with a bunch of guys, and I owned the horse. You don't notice. And when the horse lost, everybody would get so mad. And I would feel bad, and I would go back to the stable, and I would talk to it and sit down. I remember and just be and I had such a bond with the horse. He won one time, twice he actually won, and then he got hurt. But man, when the horse would lose, man, these guys would flip out.
Of course, I mean that's how my husband was with the crustacean sensation. And I told him, I was like, listen, he was big too. I was like, I think he's just old. And I was like, he would probably win her back in I don't know, maybe 5 years ago. He probably won all the races, and now he just doesn't have it in him anymore.
Yeah,
so he just wants to lay there.
Yeah, I believe in confidence and building the person up when they're down.
Yeah,
and these guys
they didn't let us give our crabs pep talks. So.
No.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
No, we weren't allowed to point. Oh, so the guy had a water bottle, and I guess you can't point at the crabs for some reason. I don't know, but he was very this guy was honest.
He took it serious.
He took it very seriously.
Yeah.
He was the guy who these are his crabs. These are his pets. He does this for a living. I think.
He didn't take his wardrobe too serious.
No, so I wasn't paying attention to the rules, and when he said don't point at the crabs, didn't hear that part. So the first person to point at the first race, he squirted me like a cat with that water bottle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, directly. It hit me right in the boob. I was like, Jesus. He was like, no pointing. I was like, oh my God.
What is
all right.
pointing to?
I guess the crabs don't like it.
Really?
Yeah. They
Who
don't
knew?
Like, they don't like when they're pointed at.
Wow.
Yeah.
He took it that serious.
Yeah.
I said he should have taken his wardrobe a little serious. Looked like a homeless person. 877-927-69.
Hopefully he's not a listener.
I hope
Well,
not.
hey, you're out in the public. You got to look good. You got to do your next
I
gig.
know. I feel like his outfit, his wardrobe matched what he was doing.
Yeah,
And
it
I
kind of
feel
did.
like- Yeah, little zany, little crazy, had a little fun mustache. I mean, I feel like it just goes with the whole thing.
Oh, it is the Penthouse. We are live at Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets in Deerfield Beach in the Cove Shopping Center. Stop down here 7 days a week. Enjoy the coffee. Enjoy all the treats. You guys will have a good time and you'll have a great meal. We'll be back in a few minutes. We got a trifecta and so much more. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
I think some people will disagree here, but it feels to me like dating in 2024 is the most miserable thing ever.
That's like the number one reason my wife won't divorce me. She just,
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 3 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Travel times on the expressways are up to speed. No significant delays on the Turnpike or 95. We do have road work. Belvedere West before Haverhill. Right lane is blocked, and we're slow Okeechobee Boulevard West right before Haverhill Road. Right lane blocked there. That's traffic. I'm Judy Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
Florida needs a power company that's storm ready. That's why FPL works year-round to keep the power on and restore it safely and as quickly as possible when needed. FPL, working for you every single day. Get ready at fpl.com/storm.
Hey, it's Greg for Game Day Men's Health. Christmas time is right around the corner. I got something for you. Mention Greek at your appointment and receive 1 free month of vitamin injections.
That's a $99 value, baby.
And it's on your boy. I'll be your elf and your secret Santa. Go to their website today. TryGameDay.com to find locations close to you. You want to get in the game? You want to feel back to when you were 25 and in the energy you once had? Go to Game Day Men's Health. They'll do everything for you. Happy holidays from Game Day Men's Health. And from your boy to Greek, I'm your secret Santa on this one, baby. TryGameDay.com. Peace.
Cheerio and happy holidays to all. There's two things we Brits do particularly well. It's celebrate the Yuletide season and make a fantastic cocktail. And now, doing both in the proper British way is simpler with Bartesian. Yes, Bartesian! It's the home cocktail maker that's every bit as posh and premium as having your own bartender in the house, without having to worry about providing servants' courses. Whether your desire is a holiday-spiced old-fashioned by the Yule log or a Clausmopolitan for sipping with your besties, just pop in a capsule, select your strength, push the button, and you're off. Hurry now, old chap, because they're $50 off. Yes, even old Ebenezer Scrooge wouldn't quite be able to turn down such good tidings, made so rapidly and served so well. So turn your holiday party into an event worthy of the blokes across the pond with Bartesian. Add some holiday flavor to every celebration with the sleek, sophisticated home cocktail maker, Bartesian. Get $50 off any cocktail maker at bartesian.com/cocktail. That's BARTESIAN.com/cocktail.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
Head office, West Palm Beach.
With the holiday season fast approaching, are you fresh out of ideas for that special man in your life? Allow me to suggest the perfect gift. A brand new garage door. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I wrap a garage door, Mo? What kind of stocking do I need to stuff this inside? And how do I hang that sucker back on the mantle? And just how romantic is a 150 square foot hunk of aluminum on rails? At Mo Better Garage, I can explain this way Mo Better. A new garage door is like the ultimate power tool and the nicest pair of socks all in one. It's the perfect size, extra large, and the perfect color, whatever you choose. It comes with a cool remote control he can play with and a manual full of technical specs he can read about on the toilet. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it festive. Maybe you hang the stockings on the garage door. Ho ho. Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better. Mo nobettagarage.com.
Greek's Trifecta is sponsored by the physicians at MMJ Health.
Hey, it's Greek. Tell you about my new favorite spot, Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Streets. Pollard is an upscale, sophisticated coffee shop specializing in a wide range of coffee, beverages, and teas. Located in Deerfield Beach, proud sponsor 2024 Greek's Gridiron. Pollard Coffee, the way I start every day. Peace.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hey, it's the Greek for Joseph's Classic Market. Whether it's prepared foods, meats, seafood, pizza, fruits and vegetables, catering for any occasion, cold cuts or bakery, Joseph is the answer. It's all under that roof, baby. 4 locations: West Palm Beach, Delray, Gardens, and Boca Raton. Joseph's Classic Market, where great meals begin. Joseph's Classic Market is a proud sponsor of Greek's Gridiron 2024. Peace.
Every business faces challenges, but shipping shouldn't be one of them. Turn shipping to your advantage with USPS Ground Advantage from the United States Postal Service. Learn how at USPS.com/advantage. USPS Ground Advantage. Simple, affordable, reliable.
Here's the latest with weather on Real Radio.
I'm CBS 12 meteorologist Charlotte Curl. A mix of sunshine and on and off showers through the rest of this afternoon. We will see those temperatures continue to climb a little bit more. Once they get into the low 80s, we'll start to see more of those clouds and isolated showers build in. So that's where we will see our afternoon highs hang out for today.
This report is sponsored by Total Wine & More. At Total Wine & More, find the best gifts for everyone on your list, including a single barrel bourbon with the lowest prices for over 30 years. Curbside pickup and delivery available in most areas. Visit TotalWine.com for details. Spirits not sold in Virginia and North Carolina. Drink responsibly. B21.
People, my people, what's up? This is Questlove. Man, I cannot believe we're already wrapping up another season of Questlove Supreme. We talked to Ava Marie, Johnny Marr, Eve, Jonathan Schechter, Billy Porter, and so many more. If you haven't heard these episodes yet, hey, now's your chance. You gotta check them out. Listen to Questlove Supreme on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Questlove Supreme.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Ho, 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 bitch!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
It is the Penthouse, and it is Real Radio. It is the holiday season, so be nice out there and be respectful to everybody. And if you're fighting over a parking spot, don't fight. Just let them go. Have it. And just drive away. Hold the door for somebody. Maybe pick up somebody's tab if they're hot. Do something nice this holiday season. I am the Greek. Francis is here.
What's up?
Dominic's here.
Yo.
Dominic's hot, and he likes Oklahoma City tonight. And that train would just get bigger and bigger with another car in there if Dominic wins Oklahoma City -5 over the Bucks. We'll do a trifecta right now.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, there is the NBA Finals tonight for the in-tournament.
It's not the finals.
It's Oklahoma City.
But yeah, it's the in-tournament.
Yeah, in-tournament finals tonight. And tonight it is Oklahoma City against Milwaukee Bucks. Oklahoma City has a very good defense. The Bucks have the Greek Freak, so we'll see what happens in that game. They're laying 5. Dominic likes Oklahoma City. I'm not going to stand up in front of the kids' train. I don't really have an opinion. I know the over-under is 215 and a hooker, so we'll see what happens there, but it should be an exciting game. Most money is on Oklahoma City tonight. Bucks started off terrible this year, but have really turned around the last maybe 2 weeks, so we'll see what happens there. On the NFL last night, there was 2 games, and they both looked like they were going to suck. But they didn't suck if you had the Falcons laying 5.5, because then you're like, oh, great game, I love it. They blocked a field goal, an extra point, a fumble they picked up, and an interception. They did it all. Because if they didn't, the Raiders might have won that game, and Vegas would have had a big night. And the Minnesota Vikings did win and cover as they beat the Bears again. The Bears are really bad. They started out okay, a lot of hype to them. But what are they? You said 2-15 in-division games, Dom?
Yeah, yep. We saw that stat last night.
Yeah, I mean, that is terrible. So not a good team, and you got a couple weeks left. When you're betting right the last couple weeks, bet against the bad teams, because the bad teams just keep losing. And a lot of these teams already got it mailed in. So if you want an advantage, that's what you do. Panthers won last night 6-5 over the Oilers. We are at home of the Florida Panthers all season long. Get a bow wow on that one because the Panthers are the champs, so you'd stick out your chest. And the Heat lost a brutal game by 1, came back. But Jimmy Buckets, big night last night. 35 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists. A triple-double and a new hairdo. But it didn't help the Heaters. They were down by 12 with like 2 minutes left, came all the way back. Had a lead in overtime of 5. 5-point lead in overtime, but they ended up losing it. Greek Trifecta is sponsored by Pilar Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach, where we're at today. Peace.
So somebody did have a question for you, G-Man, wondering what you think. Do you think, because I believe he has a high ankle sprain, but they're wondering, G-Man, do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to play on Sunday?
The thing with Mahomes is this. The Chiefs play on Sunday, okay, and then they play Christmas Day, 3 days later.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Now, if I'm the Chiefs, they're 13-1. I don't know. 12-1, excuse me. Do they really need him to play? I don't know. I might sit him. I really might. Because if he gets injured even more, Mahomes does not like to come out for a play. They talk about him, if he ever gets dinged up and he goes into the little tent, he starts screaming and yelling. Also, Andy Reid says, he'll yell at Andy Reid, put me back in. He's had a lot of nicks. He doesn't like to come out of the game. Even in practices, he doesn't like to give up a rep. I mean a rep. That's where the backup comes in. But they've really talked to him over the years about, man, we got to be ready in case, God forbid, you do get hurt. So do I think he'll play Sunday? Yes, I think he plays. Christmas Day, it depends how he goes on Sunday.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. There is his answer. So I thought this was quite interesting, and we don't get political here on the Penthouse whatsoever. And I think that we're all the same here. G-Man, Dom, and I, if I can speak for us, we'll be friends with you no matter if we have political differences. I just think it's silly that people do. But I thought this was kind of funny because people take it very seriously, right? And this is with their political affiliations. So I saw this in the post. There is now a real estate platform. It's a new platform that will actually let home buyers check their neighbors' political affiliations ahead of time. So it's giving home buyers the unprecedented peek into the potential neighborhoods, and it reveals a lot of things. So it reveals everything from political leanings to local demographics before you commit to buying. So it's Odyssey, a tech startup, soft launching this month in South Florida and New York City. Lets buyers access neighbors' political affiliation based on election results and campaign contributions, along with housing trends, they said, and other social data. So it is betting that today's buyers care just as much about their neighbors' values as they do about their square footage or modern finishes, according to this site. They said it's about getting buyers homes that they love, and more than that, and having neighbors that they can get along with. He says buyers' priorities have evolved, explaining that during house tours, buyers often move from asking whether the water heater is leaking to wondering if the neighbors are folks that they'd like to invite to dinner someday.
That's brutal. Get a life.
So the site operates as a one-stop shop for home buyers, streamlining the process of browsing listings, signing contracts, and communicating with agents. They said all while integrating block-by-block political and consumer data. Now, you said, G-Man, you're like, well, that's silly. I guarantee there's going to be people who are interested in utilizing this platform.
I'm sure there is, and I think they're just not playing with a full deck. Like, if I found a house that I loved, and I found out somebody had a different view of me politically, I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't even ask the person. And I don't want to hang out with them anyway. I got my own friends. And somebody I'm banging. I don't need them. What do I need them for? I'm not moving in there and meet a friend. What am I, 6 years old? I want to play kickball? Oh my God, be my friend. Stop, Dad. Who cares?
Okay, tell us how you really
feel. Oh my God.
It's true though. I mean, Sean's got me. He feels my love. I love it. He got a smile here. I mean, I'm gonna go on a website and check out like who they. I might ask them who they had in the Super Bowl last year. And see if they're a winner or a loser. But
see if they're hot or not.
Yeah, well, that if they're hot, that just covers everything else. Who cares? I got a buddy of mine. He will not go out with somebody if they got a COVID shot, and I'm like, you're nuts. I can't believe, and he's dead serious. Like, he will not. And I'm like, there was companies that you had to get a COVID shot, so you might not have a choice. I said, you're going to eliminate somebody? But again, if that's what they want to do, it's their life. Their life sucks. I don't care. Let them drop dead. But if they're going to look at a website to see what somebody's next, their neighbor, I mean, how much do you really talk to your neighbor?
Like, I wish, well, that's the thing. I mean, we talk to our neighbors every now and then, and the one across the street on both sides of us, we do. But I think that I would rather know, I mean, are my neighbors, are they up until 3, 4 in the morning every day?
That's different.
Do they have roosters that'll wake you up at 6 a.m.?
That's different.
So the other day, I didn't even tell you. So and my neighbors, past year, they do. They have roosters. They're the ones that have I believe they have the racing pigeons, or they have pigeons too.
Oh, wow.
Not sure what they do with them. But about a year ago, they did get some roosters, and they don't really wake me up. It's not a big deal, whatever. But the other day, I was outside, and my bulldog is just kind of growling and barking, and I'm just like, oh no. And she's old, so she won't do anything. So I want to see what she's barking at, and one of the roosters somehow got over my fence, because normally chickens and roosters don't fly, but they can catch some air. Okay. So I guess it got over to my yard. So when I opened the door, my youngest golden retriever, and that's what retrievers do, they retrieve things, including roosters, just darted and went after the rooster. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to have to tell my neighbor dog, my dog killed the rooster. So the rooster goes and it hides in my kolusha bushes. And they're about 11 feet tall. I have this whole fence that's covered in kolushes. So goes through and hides in kolushes. My dog finds it. I can't see them because it's so thick in the bushes they are. Yep. So finally I see it and I look, and I'm like trying to, and my dog, because I hear the rooster making noises like it's
in trouble.
Yeah. So I look, and my dog, thank God, didn't have the rooster in its mouth, but it was holding it down with its paw on its neck, just holding it there. Oh my God. So I grab my dog.
Sounds like what you do to me every day.
So I grab my dog and I yank her back and I put her inside, and then I like all animals. I understand. If it happened, it's kind of their fault that the rooster went to my yard. Dogs do what dogs are going to do.
Yeah.
So, but of course, I wanted to do what I can. So, anyways, I had to go to work. It was the morning, and I had to go to work, and I called my husband. I was like, "You won't believe what happened." I was like, "Da-da." So, I was like, "I hope the rooster can hop back over to its fence. I don't know. Do these things fly? They're not supposed to."
So when you left, your dog's paw was on his neck.
It was on its neck, but I dragged my dog inside. The rooster was still there. So thanks.
Thank you.
So I ended up. Then I was worried because I have a pool. I was like, what if a rooster doesn't know what a pool is and he drowns in my pool? But I can't stay there. I have to go to work. So I came home. I looked in the kolushes before I left. Didn't find him. Then when I came home, he was still in my backyard. I'm like, dude.
The rooster?
The rooster.
Well, at least you knew he was alive.
So both dogs, my 2 Goldens, go darting after it. Roosters can fly. I've heard they can. This rooster just went, and he flew right over the fence, but he went into my front yard, and so I don't know if he ever made it back home to my neighbors.
Did you say anything to the neighbor since then? Like
No, they were outside working. He heard me yelling at my dog and grabbing, and they did not make a deal about it whatsoever. And I'm like, oh, hey, it's okay, my rooster's back there. Nothing. So I don't know if they really care about this rooster, or if the rooster ended up making its way back home.
I think you should say something like, bro, you got to keep your rooster in your yard.
It was the first time it's ever hopped over like that.
I've seen him. I've
seen him in the front. I've seen him in our front yards. A couple of his chickens hanging out in our front yard.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was concerned that my dog would have killed their rooster, and then I would have to come back to him holding a dead rooster. But thank God it didn't happen. But see, point being, yes, I want to know if I have people who have roosters next door. Can we have that in an app?
Yeah, you can have that in an app.
Can we have that in an app?
I think asking somebody's
political affiliations, nah.
No, I'm not on that. But if you are, and it's again, if it's important to you, then do it. Like everything else. I mean, if it's important to you, then go ahead and do it. But I'm not. If I found a house that I really liked and loved, I would not buy it. You know what I mean? Because I knew somebody was Republican or Democrat.
Yeah, but I always said, and I know it would never happen, it would be nice if you had a trial, right? Just for one night. If you were able to stay and wherever you wanted to, like you put an offer in or even a rental just to one night, because that's when you really see what's going to happen, what things are, what your neighbors might be like, the noise that maybe you don't realize during the day.
You know what? I think that would be a great thing, more so in a home that is in apartments. Because
Yes.
when you move in apartments, and I never lived in an apartment. I lived in a city for years, but I was always at the top.
Mm-hmm.
And when I lived in Boca, I mean, it was, I don't know, it was 8 stories. I was 7, but still, for the first 6 months, I had one bunch of people, and then they moved out. It made a difference.
No, 100%. The one I moved into, the condo in downtown, I didn't think about it at the time.
Oh,
but
I didn't either.
it was, I was on Australian. And at night and during the day, I would just hear the ambulances and cops and all this stuff. Like, it was all I heard. That's all, but eventually, after a while, it really became white noise. But in the beginning, I was like, what did I just do? I just signed this lease and now I'm stuck and it's so loud. And then not just that, we have the railroad tracks behind me. So it was just, it really did. After a while, like I'm sure New York City too, it just turned into background noise that I didn't even notice.
In the
But
city.
I thought I made a mistake.
Of course, in the
After I signed
city,
my
too,
lease.
if you ever stay in a hotel, it happened years ago. I was on a business trip with a couple of big guys from iHeart, and we were staying at the W, and they were, like, staying on the 6th floor, 7th, and I went all the way up, and they were like, you know, what's the big difference? And next morning we woke up, they didn't sleep at all, because they were never in the city, and that did matter. You were hearing sirens all night, you know, things going on. But, yeah, I think in apartments, that would be a huge thing if you could definitely try it out. Because when you sign a lease, and if something's bad, it sucks. I mean, say somebody has dogs and they're loud or something like that, it keeps you up. That could be an inconvenience. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you guys have an opinion on any of the stuff we talked about today. Always welcome to jump back in.
We have, so Franny, I thought I heard everything from this show. Then you come out with a story of your dog's chasing a loose, and they use, the C word, rooster around your yard. They said, this show always amazes me.
Thank you.
Yes, it happens.
It happens.
Yeah.
But I like that you left, even though your dog had the paw on the neck.
Well, no, I didn't leave my dog outside. Did you not hear that part of the story where I dragged my dog away?
I'm kidding.
Put it inside?
I'm kidding.
Yeah. And then I went to check to see if the rooster was still alive, and he was gone. So I was like, all right, it's cool. He left.
Thank God that didn't turn out bad, because you would have felt so bad. I know the way you are. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. Miami Dolphins are home this week, 22nd of December. A couple of days. Remember, was it last year? I think last year they played on Christmas Day. Yeah, I think they did. Last year they played the Packers, or 2 years ago they played the Packers on Christmas Day. But this week they're home Sunday. It is their last home game of the season. Tua this week made headlines for 2 things. Had a terrible game on Sunday, but just before the game, he did tell everybody he has security, and they are armed guards. So
His security is packing, is what he says. So don't mess with him or his wife or anybody.
Yeah, and he said even when he's on the road, the security is there and he's packing. That seems to be a little bit of a trend in the NFL, which is not a good thing, where these players are getting robbed. They did talk about that years ago, and they made a movie about that when a lot of the big celebrities in L.A. were getting robbed. And it was a group of young kids who were, following them and knowing where they were, and they were telling them, they're here or there, and they ended up robbing them. I forget the name of the movie. It was on HBO.
I don't know. I got to look into it. So I do have a bit of an update, and this is something that we're always a part of. We definitely have presence at Sunfest.
Yeah.
iHeartRadio, all the radio stations. Sometimes we get to even go on stage.
Yeah, you do.
And announce the bands that are going to be there. It's Sunfest has been a staple here, and so we got the news in November that maybe Sunfest isn't going to be around, or they're going to be making a significant shift. Whether it's still going to be the time of year where it's at, are they moving locations? We really didn't get much information, and there's a lot of rumors that are going around. But this is something I did see our local news partner. So this is, I don't know, accurate, but I believe what they say. We'll see. They said according to city records. Because they were talking them going to the amphitheater, I think, and they were like, well, that's just a kind of weird location, and moving it till November. So there was all these things, or fall. So they're saying that they could actually take over the Lake Worth Beach's street painting festival. Now, that's a big festival that's been going on in Lake Worth for a long time. That's where they do all the arts everywhere. A lot of it's chalk. So the claims is that they lost a few $1 million in the past couple of years. They're saying about $3 million Sunfest has, and that's why they want to do a shift in what's going on. But city documents show that Lake Worth Beach would pay Sunfest of Palm Beach County Incorporated, which is a nonprofit, about $270,000 to manage the street painting festival, which is considered one of the premier events over there for downtown Lake Worth. They said that they've been hired over the years to host multiple other events similar to that Lake Worth Festival, and she said the fee helps run their organization. So I'm curious, if they're hiring the people for Sunfest for that, are they going to try to integrate them together and bring the live music to the festival?
I mean, that would definitely be different for downtown. I mean, it's been a staple for whatever it is, 20,
On
30
that
years.
waterfront, yeah.
And it seems to be so big and has so much room. But I guess like everything else, it comes down to dollars and cents.
Mhm.
And if they're not making money, and they've lost money the last couple of years, you said?
Yes, but the past 2 years, about $3 million, according to this.
I don't know if that's location or the groups they're bringing in, because we've heard.
Well, even a couple years ago, they cut down on stages. They brought back the stages.
Yeah.
They took away the art. Then they brought back the art. So they've been trying to change things, even with the barges. They don't have as many as they used to have
well,
either.
maybe that's why they're losing money.
But I think
the
they were losing
location.
money in general, and so they couldn't afford to have those things. So it's one of those you got to pick your battles, right?
I mean, again, whoever runs Sunfest, they got to figure it out. Maybe if they think a different location will help. I don't know. I think it's in a great location.
I also think that people are upset how expensive it's gotten, too.
It is.
And that was one thing. You're going to lose people.
Yeah.
When they're like, well, I'm not getting the same amount of stages. I'm not getting the art. But then you're going to charge me more. You're going to piss some people off.
You're a fireworks show, too.
That's
right.
right.
That too. No fireworks last year. You're right.
Who do we have on hold, Dom, before we lock it up?
We have Mark on the phone.
Mark, good afternoon. Thanks for calling Real Radio. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Yes, I just wanted to mention something that happened to me. Earlier, you were talking about how the girlfriend took a credit card and took the guy's money, and they had a problem trying to get the bank tip calling him.
Yes.
I had something similar happen to me, but it was my wife, and she ran up the credit card to $1,200 after we got separated. She ran my credit card to $1,200, and her Kentucky Fried Chicken and her fingernails. She was a stripper, and she had to have her nails done every day. Anyway, the banks would call me, and I simply told them when they'd ask me, good, we got you. How are you going to be paying for this today? What card can you use? I simply always would tell them, listen, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're a fraud. And they stopped calling me.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got to say.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no. Thanks for the story.
Yeah. I mean, again, stripper's got to get her nails done. Got to look good.
Got to get her KFC.
Yeah, got to get her
Kentucky
KFC.
Fried Chicken and nails.
All right, there it is. There's a combination. If you have no wonder why certain surfers are successful, that could be the reason why. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. You can also text us at Real Radio 47142. We've done tons of shows, Franny and I, together live on location. Real Radio is known for that. And we always have a good time, and today was no difference. We're at Pollard Coffee Bar and Ice Treats in Deerfield Beach. Cove Shopping Center, stop down here. I'm sure we'll be back because they love Franny.
We had and our buddy Steve popped by. Also, Buddha came by too.
Yeah, Buddha's not really your friend. He's an acquaintance.
Oh,
but we had a great time. You guys stop by and check it out. I'm going to have lunch after the fact. We'll do a quick video that you guys can check out on Instagram and maybe check out the place and see what you think. The food is great, and so is the atmosphere. Dom, good job as always. Thank you for everything, and good luck in Oklahoma City tonight.
Thank you, sir. And also, thank you for last night, too, man.
Oh, you know what? You're very nice. I got to be honest with you. You texted me last night and thanked me, and so did Franny. And you know what? That says a lot about both of you. You guys are class acts. And I got to tell you, I pay people's rent that I don't get thank yous for. So I appreciate it. Franny, great job as always. You are my inspiration. Thanks for working with me today.
Of course, G-Man. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Pilar Coffee Bar right here, the Cove Shops in Deerfield Beach. Thank you for hosting us today. Thank you, Sean, for holding it down on location. And Dom, thank you for holding it down right there on 45th Street.
No problem.
It is the Greek and Francis. We are located at Pilar Coffee Bar. You can stop down here. I'll be here after the fact. They're open 7 days a week.
Yeah, so even though you're not going to hear us on radio, you can sit down and have lunch with G-Man.
Yes. I will have one of my little elves with me.
There you go.
Coming back, but we'll have lunch together. We'd love to see you. Friday, we're going to be at the Crazy Horse Saloon. Last time to play Greek's Gridiron. My worst year on record of 20 years.
Eesh.
Oh, sheesh.
Yeah, 9 people have beat him so far.
Yeah, so you can be number 10. Come on down. Beat me like a stick. It's going to be more college than pro this week. We're going to do the 4 playoff games.
All right, that's different.
And 3 pro games. So that'll be this Friday at the Crazy Horse Saloon. Never too early to start playing about New Year's Eve. So think about going to Monroe's. They always have a great, great time. Big party at Monroe's. I can't think of a better place to bring in 2025. Mingada at Monroe's with the beautiful ladies. 5-star menu. Go to their website and check out all the information. But it's not too early to start thinking about 2025 and go to Monroe's and have a good time. And we'll see you guys tomorrow back on the radio. No Greek Zone today. We'll be back tomorrow with a couple special guests. Get ready for the playoffs and also the NFL. It is the Greek signing off with Francis and Dominic. Thank you guys so much for listening. Again, Pilar Coffee Bar in Ice Streets. Stop down here. You'll love the food and you'll love the coffee and the logo. We'll be back. No, I'm not coming back. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.
This is Real Radio 92.1, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart Radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one.
A dream 30 years in the making is a reality. The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Your Stanley Cup Florida Panthers are back.
Looks around, but they score! Wisdom home!
They've savored the taste of victory, but a new season is starting. They're hungry for more.
Johnny scores! Gus Barsley beat the buzzer!
The Cats are back. And they're on the hunt for another championship.
And he scores! The overtime winner!
Listen all season long on Real Radio 92.1.
Start the celebration, South Florida. The Panthers have done it. Stanley Cup champions! Stanley Cup champions!
Your FM home for the Stanley Cup champion Florida Panthers. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Boca Raton roadwork. We have a right lane blocked, I-95 south after Congress Avenue. It's another crash in Boca Central Park Boulevard.